Financial, we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones Financial Advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
This is the Gotchi Rehab and Wellness pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO, as well streaming to YouTube via yotoday.com. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson bringing you Bobcat action all season long. 2 games out on the road in a row, but the Bobcats have 2 in a row, looking for that winning streak. Kevin, they have happened before.
It has happened before. You're exactly right. Words of the the great Lou Brown. I don't know if he's late. I guess he might be.
You just killed him.
I just killed the guy. Yeah, I mean, it has happened before. It's been a while for the Bobcats, I think, before they got on a 3-game win streak. It's been a while I've been calling games for a while, and it's just not something the Bobcats have really done in the past couple seasons, is being able to string 3 of them in a row together. They've been in a lot of them and had that opportunity, but this could be something new for the Bobcats, and they definitely have an opportunity here at Lyman.
Absolutely. Lyman comes into this one at 4-2 overall on the season. Bobcats, again, 2 wins in a row, put them in at 2-3, looking to move out to 500 on the season, heading towards that back half. And Kevin, really getting this point of the season, if the Bobcats, who are trying to be the underdogs and pull off the upset here on the road, if they can get a victory, then all of a sudden at least you start mentioning it. Playoffs?
You're talking about playoffs? Jeez, man. Yeah, and it's one of those things where you look at the last 2 games remaining after this, too. You've got Cokeville coming to town. They put up a lot of points. Then you've got Lovell, and we all kind of know what team Lovell is up there north. We got to talk about the importance of every game, but if you want to talk about probably what I would consider one of the more winnable games out of the 3 left, this is probably the one I would consider one of the more winnable ones out of the 3 that are remaining. Lovell's a tall task to finish your season off with. If you go to Lovell needing a win on the very last week of the season, that's a tall order for the Bobcats.
Absolutely. Thanks for the analysis, Kevin. This is the Gotchi pregame show on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network. Our color man, Kevin, sits down with head coach of the Thermopolis Bobcats, Matt McPhee, next on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network. This is the Gotchi pregame show.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle wider, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, That's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit. Because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Kevin Simpson sitting down with head coach of the Bobcats, Coach McPhee. Thanks for taking time, Coach.
You bet.
Last week, the Bobcats got another win, this time on the road in Pinedale. Really a complete game from start to finish for the Bobcats. Recap that game and tell me what made the Bobcats so successful last Friday.
Well, I mean, by no means was it a perfect game. We talked a little bit last week after the game. I mean, we came out, moved the ball down the field, and then, kicked ourselves, turning the ball over, going in, and give some credit to Gavin Shumway. Great hustle, makes a big tackle. Get them to go 3 and out, block a couple field goals back to back, which you and I probably have never seen before, may never see it again. But that was really the tone setter. Is hey, we're gonna drive it, have some success. Things may not go perfectly, but I thought our offense settled down. We were pretty efficient most of the night. And then defensively, I really felt like we gave up one drive where we just didn't really have answers, and they really kind of pushed us back. But minus that one drive in the second quarter, defense was able to shut them down, and it was, like you said, it was a good quality win.
Now the Bobcats go on the road in back-to-back weeks to face the Lyman Eagles. Thermopolis ranks 4th in team offense in terms of yardage, while Lyman's right behind them in number 5 for yardage. Lyman, however, is 3rd in points per game, while Thermopolis ranks 7th in points per game. What do we know about Lyman offensively?
We know that, they're missing their all-state kid from the last couple of years, the housekeeper kid. From what we understand, he's had an ACL. So they've got the Bradshaw kid in there playing quarterback, who's a really good athlete. He's their leading rusher. I don't think they want to throw the football quite as much as maybe we would. We're going to get a steady dose of power, counter, and that sort of thing. And we know what, it's not really a secret. You watch what they do offensively, and it's, they're gonna block you, and they don't think that you can stop their blocks and or tackle them. So they're very patient runners. Nothing develops real quickly back there in the backfield, but well coached, just sound football team that's really not going to make mistakes. The one thing that stood out to us is they don't fumble the football. I think I was telling Coach Porcella, kudos to the defense, and I believe we have the most takeaways in 2A. And then here we are on the other side of it. Lyman doesn't turn the ball over. So, challenge for our kids this week.
We talked about Lyman's offense. Thermopolis offense, however, they put up 21.5 points a game. However, Lyman is 2nd in team defense, only allowing 7 points a contest. So I think that might be a little bit of a challenge for the Thermopolis offense. What sort of defensive looks will we see from Lyman, and what sort of things offensively are you looking at to try to combat that?
Well, they play, for what they've shown for the most part, it's just a 4-3. They'll man it up, and they may shell it. It might be a little bit of zone, but real similar to what Pinedale did, maybe different personnel-wise, but, they're going to line up one guy over us and think that one guy can stop our one guy. I don't know. They might give Dell a little more attention at receiver. He's leading the state in receiving. Not that anybody else throws the football, but he has been pretty productive this year. So who knows what they're going to do? We can make some adjustments when we get into it, but it's a stout defense. Against an offense that we've had some success, but by no means have we arrived, and we've got our work cut out for us. But I think we can. I think we can score some points.
Okay, so we won a game against Rich County, Utah. The Bobcats beat Pinedale, and we call that 2 in a row. And the Bobcats win on Friday It's called a winning streak. It has happened before. What do the Bobcats have to duplicate from the previous 2 weeks to be successful against Lyman?
Well, it really boils down to just a few things. Take care of the football. And then on the flip side of that, we need to take the ball away. And then we're going to talk about field position again. We talked about it last week. Having shorter fields on offense and forcing them to go long fields on when they have the ball on offense. So, those are some of the things that I really think it's going to come down to. We know the challenge is going to be physically up front, and our linebackers are going to need to play well. But we need to execute, and I think a lot's going to ride on our offense scoring. That's a good offense. That's we're going to have they're going to get a couple touchdowns. I mean, I think just been around football long enough. We've got to answer, and try to keep it within striking distance and match their scores, and I like our chances.
All right, well, we're going to move on to some rapid fire, and since you've been on the road, you'll be on the road 2 weeks in a row now. We're going to do an either-or segment, kind of based on traveling. It might be a road trip activity, stops, snacks, etc. So it's an either-or. Here we go. Would you rather be the passenger or the driver?
Well, that's really dependent on who the driver is. I have no. I like driving, but there's very few guys on staff that I would trust driving me. So the easy answer is just driver.
Would you rather drive for long stretch or stop frequently for stretch breaks?
Hey, if we've got places to go, we're not stopping.
Bathroom breaks. Would you rather stop at a rundown gas station during the day or a dimly lit rest area at night?
Either or. We're in Wyoming. It's completely legal to stop on the side of the road.
Okay. Either a romantic getaway with Mrs. Coach McPhee or a family vacation.
She's going to shoot me, but I'd say family vacation, which is still romantic.
Dine in or eat in the car?
On a road trip, it's all about you've got to do it you got to do it in the car. You're not going to stop. You can't give up that kind of time. Nope, you just can't do it.
Fountain pop or a bottle or can?
Well, that's a tough one, but when you're driving, sometimes it's easier just to pull that fountain cup up and sip out of the straw. So, if you're driving, that's the way to go, even though, gosh, driving home just last week I didn't do that, so I had to spin that cap off.
So is your fountain pop going to be Coke or Pepsi then?
Pepsi.
Salty or sweet treats?
Spicy.
Okay. Ruffles or Lay's potato chips?
Neither.
Chocolate or vanilla shake?
Ooh. Chocolate.
Radio while driving. Do you listen to music or do you do talk or sports radio or a book on tape?
You know what? I like to listen to a good game when we can get it, but we've got to be on satellite for that to happen. Usually, we'll just find some good music on these road trips.
Would you rather have your co-pilot awake or asleep?
You can't be a co-pilot if you're asleep.
And I know this is close, but would you rather take a road trip to Lyman or to Mountain View?
Wow. I don't know if I've ever had a tougher question. Let's say Lyman. Let's embrace it this week.
All right. Well, we're going to do some quick college picks, and by request, we're doing only Pac-10 or Mountain West teams. You went 2-2 last week, bringing your season total to 11-6. So here we go. Washington State at number 6, USC. Trojans favored by 13.
I mean, this is a really, really easy pick. Wyoming should know this new head coach at Washington State, Jake Dickert. Okay. Wisconsin lacrosse or Whitewater graduate. Anyways, he's leading Washington State. Take those points all day long. Cougars cover there.
1-3 Fresno State goes to 3-2 Boise State. Boise 7.5.
Well, Boise they got healthy in a way by they got rid of Tim Plow, their offensive coordinator, brought in Dirk Cutter. Things are looking good for the Broncos. I would just take the points, and I don't think Fresno's that great.
3-3 Wyoming goes on the road against 2-3 New Mexico. UW favored by 3.5.
This is, again, Cowboys, take the Cowboys here all day. There's not too many things they do well in New Mexico, so football's not one of them.
Okay. And we do get one matchup featuring two top 25 teams in the Pac-12. This week we have number 11 Utah on the road at number 18 UCLA. Utah 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah, road favorite there. Got a head scratcher, if you will. Trap game. I think UCLA is. They're looking at probably getting woke up right here. The Utes are really, really tough this year, so I would give the points to the home team and take the Utes.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your time, Coach. Always a pleasure, and best luck Friday versus the Lyman Eagles.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kevin.
Seven Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
And welcome
Kevin
back
Simpson
inside the
sitting down with
Gotchi
head coach
pregame show.
Bobcats,
Jordan
Coach
McCamey,
McPhee.
Kevin
Thanks for
Simpson
taking
with
the
you.
time, Coach.
Bobcats and
week,
Eagles set to
Bobcats
do
made
battle
the win.
here on what is the
First time
Lyman
on the road
Eagles
in
senior
Lyman.
night, and we're a little
Really
more than
complete
10
game
minutes
from
away
start to
from
finish for the Bobcats.
getting this one
Recap that
underway
game
with national
and tell me what
anthems,
made the Bobcats
rosters,
so successful
starting
last
lineups,
Friday.
and the opening kickoff. But before we get there, we're going to run into our keys of the game, and to turn to those keys, hand it over to Kevin.
All right, like always, having a strong financial plan is key to success, and bringing us your keys to tonight's game. We have Travis Winger, your local financial advisor for Edward Jones. The first key to the game I have is to stop the run. Their defense really is their offense really goes through the running game. 277 total yards of offense average for them. 219 of those come through the ground, so a big chunk of those come through the ground. So I think big key tonight would be to stop the run. Secondly, I have capitalized on your offensive possessions. With that run game, it goes in hand in hand with time of possession. So Lyman could control that clock tonight and really control the time of possession. So having the Bobcats capitalize on the offensive possessions that they do get, putting points up on the board, is going to be very important for the Bobcats tonight. And the last one I have is turnovers. Your Coach McPhee alluded to it in his pregame interview, was that Thermopolis does lead 2A in takeaways. So keeping that mentality of going after that football, stripping the football, getting some more opportunities, limiting Lyman's opportunities to score. So I think keeping that active hands and going after those turnovers is going to be another key to the game. And again, those keys to the game are brought to you by Edward Jones and your local financial advisor, Travis Lawrence Winger.
Thank you, Kevin. Keys to the game there. As we're getting closer to game time on this Friday afternoon, an early 2 o'clock kickoff will be a little past 2 o'clock. Have senior night down here in Lyman. And Kevin, in your conversation with head coach McPhee earlier, he talked about matching scores with Lyman. He said it's going to be a little bit tough to stop this downhill rushing attack, and they're just going to have to respond, each and every time that may happen. But we'll see what happens with the Bobcats. You mentioned the turnovers; they've been a little tougher up the middle. Just got to try to prevent them from getting in that second level, and maybe some of those big plays at least make them earn it by marching down the field instead of those big plays for the Eagles.
Yeah, Bobcats are really just going to have to. I mean, we talked about capitalizing and putting those points on the board, because if you get behind against a team like Lyman that controls that clock and controls the ball, it's going to be tough to come back from.
Absolutely. This is the Gotchi pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network. Again, we're just about a little more than 5 minutes away from the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening kickoff here between your Hot Springs County High School Bobcats and the Lyman Eagles. Pregame show will continue with the starting lineups coming up here in just a few minutes, and we'll get the finishing touches on the Gotchi pregame show, and we'll head for kickoff. This is Thermopolis Bobcat football on 101.7 KDNO.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at Lyman High School. Bobcats and Eagles set to do battle into a football. Bobcats looking to make it a winning streak, 3 in a row and 2 straight out on the road, but the Eagles are standing in their way. Going to get our senior introductions here for the Lyman Eagles on senior night. So what we're going to do quickly is jump into our starting lineups, and those starting lineups are brought to you by Sutherland's, and we'll start with the home squad with the Lyman Eagles. They'll start with number 2, McCoy Smith, then they'll go number 12, Remy Brewer, then it's the quarterback, number 13, Carter Bradshaw, another wide receiver, number 22, Gage Nielsen, number 23, Braden Bradshaw, the fullback is number 32, Nate Brady. On the line, you have number 50, Morgan Hatch, number 53, Max Gregory, number 64, Rustin Van Giesen, number 72, Brix Hooten, and rounding out the Eagles starting lineup is Levi Trees. And as we get into the Thermopolis Bobcats starting lineup, going to look at that one, you'll have number 1, Delmonico Dukes. On the offensive side, number 3, Owen McCumber. Number 10, Gavin Shumway. 11 is Rhodey Farrell. Unfortunately, Marty Duke's out tonight on that starting lineup here tonight. So it's going to end up being number 23, Ryan Aarons, number 32, Chris Aarons, and then he'll have number 52, Justin Bassey, 55, Zane Stam, number 60, Logan Defoe, and number 71, Mason Reese out on that starting lineup. And Kevin, you had a couple of changes?
Yeah, well, Brody Sorensen he's also on the starting lineup. Yep. And again, number 22 tonight for Rhodey Farrell, not number 11.
It is, yes. I was going to say it's been the last couple of times. So apparently had a moment that I think we've all had in high school and perhaps in adulthood. Wives, girlfriends, mothers might agree. Misplaced the old white jersey.
Misplaced the old white jersey, yep. I think, I don't know where it's at. It's just not in his possession at this point in time.
Absolutely. This is the Gotchi pregame show, and it's going to be national anthem time here at Lyman High School. So we step away. That's going to wrap up the Gotchi pregame show on the Wind River Radio Network. Kickoff next on 101.7 KDNO.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle wider, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
And welcome back inside the booth here at Lyman High School. We are ready for football. Starting lineups already given to you, as well as the keys to the game. That wraps up our Gotchi pregame show coverage, as we'll jump into our contest coverage here. Jordan McCamey and Kevin Simpson along with you. Bobcats and Eagles are going to meet out at midfield to do the coin toss, decide to see who gets the ball first or who decides to defer to the second half. Again, Bobcats coming in with 2 straight wins against 2A opponents, looking to make it 3 in a row on this 2022 season as well. Make it a winning streak with 3 victories in a row for head coach Matt McPhee, the coaching staff, and your Bobcats. Kevin, any final thoughts as we start heading towards the opening kickoff here after the coin toss?
I think I hit on most of them in my keys to the game. Like I said, it's going to be kind of an in-the-trenches type of battle, I think, for the Bobcats out there, and that's going to be the key to today's game, is just stopping that run and stopping that time of possession for the Lyman Eagles, and then we'll see what the offense has out there. I know they've got the ability to put up points and put up yards, so I just think it's a matter of getting the ball in the Bobcats' hands and keeping it out of Lyman's.
Absolutely, and again, we didn't really necessarily talk too much about it on the pregame show, but it really is going to be that battle in the trenches. We've talked about it all season long. The Bobcats going to have to find a way to put up a lot of resistance there on the defensive side and just create a little bit of time for Gavin Shumway and maybe a couple of those holes for the likes of Brody Farrell and maybe, as well as Chris Ryan Aarons, those to get some of those extra touches because, of course, we're going to see a couple of different looks back there with Armani out today, so going to see some different players in there, probably see a little bit more of Ethan in Yarrington as well tonight or today. Easy to say tonight, but it's a beautiful afternoon down here in Uinta County, down in the southwest corner of the state, as the Bobcats and the Eagles get set to kick this one off. We are just getting the coin toss ready. We'll have the results of the coin toss for you on the other side. This is Bobcat football on the Wind River Radio Network and 101.7 KDNO.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson are bringing you Bobcat football action on the Wind River Radio Network, as well streaming via YouTube at wyotoday.com. Head to wyotoday.com, click on that sports tab on top. That'll take you to our sports landing page. It'll have a little hot link there that says click here to watch live local high school sports. Click on that. Then the YouTube window you want will say Thermopolis versus Lyman, as the Bobcats and Eagles in their final huddles before they come out. The coin toss did go in favor of the Thermopolis Bobcats, and no surprise, the offensive-minded head coach Matt McPhee and the rest of the coaching staff decided to take the ball, no deferment for this Bobcat squad.
Yeah, like I said, I think they want to get the ball, try to put the first points up on the board, and not playing from behind right off the bat. So, like you said, big shock from Coach McPhee to go ahead and get the ball.
And the Bobcats on 101.7 KDNO will be moving left to right on your radio dial and horizon if you're out on the road. They are in their away whites today. White jerseys, white pants, purple numbers, yellow trim, Thermopolis across the front of those jerseys. For Lyman, they're in their home blues, gray pants, and blue helmets out there for the Eagles as they are set to kick this one away. And look like doing the kicking duty here is Sam Gregory for the Lyman Eagles. 12 minutes up on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, and the kick is away for the Eagles, and it's picked up there in the back by the Bobcats, number 23, Ryan Ahrens. He's out across the 25 and down near the 30, but a flag comes out here.
It's a pink one.
Pink flag on the field.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is in October, so there you go. So nod to those who are in the fight or who survived the fight. So pink flags out there today, so we'll keep an eye on that. And looks like a hold here on the Bobcats. So that's going to back them up. See where that puts them at. Backs them up inside the 20-yard line to about the, it looks like about the 16, 17-yard line. 17-yard line is where the Bobcats are going to get this one going on their opening possession here, moving left to right with Shumway. Deep back here for the Bobcats. Quick snap, deep snap now, way back here for the Bobcats, and they're just going to throw this one up, look for an interception. No, ball's on the deck. That was one of the oddest plays I've seen. They had a shotgun set about 12 yards behind, almost looking like a pooch punt set up there. That was the oddest play I've seen designed here by head coach McPhee and the staff.
They put quads on this side, and then they just ran roadie back there, almost like a direct snap, 12 yards deep. That was very odd.
That one goes back into the crumpled paper section of the playbook for head coach McPhee. Shumway and Farrell in the backfield now, more standard set, twins left and right. They're going to throw it low on the outside. Dukes was kind of open on a little quick route over the top, but they looked for Ryan Ahrens on a little slant, little out route there and missed him. So first two plays yield no yards, and the Bobcats a 3rd and long on their opening possession here. So Bobcats set again in that Trips look out to the far side left. Single man here to the near side right is Ryan Ahrens. Shumway, the quarterback, with Farrell on his left hip. Shotgun snap, handle it cleanly, roll out to the far side. Shumway going to look to throw it over the top. He has Del Dukes, but throws it into the Bobcats bench there. So 23 game seconds gone here on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 3 plays for the Bobcats, no yards, and the punting unit's going to come out here. So a questionable start to the game there. A rocky start for the Bobcats. That first play put them off schedule and just really never came together. So going to look to get a good punt off here and try to flip the field, because right now standing inside the 50-yard line, number 3 is that Ben Blumel out there for the Lyman Eagles, set to receive this one. And back to do the kicking is Rhodey Farrell, and gets a foot on it, but it's not. It's spinning away here towards the near side. Takes a Bobcat bounce near the 50, across the 50, so a favorable bounce there. As looked like that one came a little bit out the side of Rhodey's foot, landed about the 40-yard line of the Bobcats, but rolled across midfield, and the Eagles will set up inside their own territory at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, didn't come off his foot very well, but very, very good bounce from that, and really didn't give Lyman any chance to return it, and it just rolled back on the other side of the field. So I guess that's what you want. You want to start on their side, not yours.
Absolutely. And the quarterback today, Carter Bradshaw, for the Eagles, again in the backfield. Going to have a number of players here. So set up, shotgun snap, going to move to the right side. It's Bradshaw with the first run of the day for the Eagles up near the 50-yard line. So I'll mark it just short of the 50, so a 6-yard pickup, 5-yard pickup on the first there for number 13, Carter Bradshaw. Bradshaw will be joined in the backfield by McCoy Smith, as well as Nate Brady, and you'll see Braden Bradshaw probably in the area there as well. An additional blocker from the tight end spot for the Eagles. Bradshaw back there waiting for it. Takes the snap, direct snap again, goes to that far side, runs into a little trouble. Now he gets to the second level, and he's going to pick up the first down out across the 45-yard line, diving down to the 42. So a 9-yard pickup there. 42, 9-yard pickup that time for Bradshaw. So back-to-back carries for Carter Bradshaw. Couple of direct snaps going to that far side. Again, the Eagles will have 3 running backs in the backfield. Little offset look on the right side for the tight end. Single receiver here, the near side left. Quick snap now. Direct snap for McCoy Smith. He gets outside, running on the Bobcats out across the 30-yard line, diving forward down to the 25-yard line. So a 17-yard pickup there for the Eagles, and they are heading downhill with 10:19 to go here in the first quarter, and the Eagles just outside of the red zone.
Yeah, Bobcats right off the bat struggling with that run defense.
Again, you got a lot of blockers there. Again, you got Smith, Bradshaw in the backfield here. Snap, it's going to go to Bradshaw this time. He'll run ahead, cut it back up the field. He's into the open now, bounces it outside left and into the end zone. Go the Lyman Eagles. So 4 plays and 56 yards to the end zone for the Lyman Eagles, and it's 6-0 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard.
25-yard touchdown run.
So right away, the Bobcats having a little trouble figuring out the blocking scheme of the Eagles there, as the running back McCoy Smith, as well as the quarterback there Bradshaw, is pretty easy. Ran to that far side, cut it back into the middle, and the Bobcats kind of just went with the wash that outside, and unable to cover the middle of the field. Hopefully the coaching staff, they have the eyes on it. We'll see on the second set. But they're going to go for 2 here, so a team that does not kick the PAT. Bradshaw set in the backfield with Smith. Quick to Bradshaw. He's going to run forward. No, he hands it off inside. Good little fake handoff in there. Nate Brady converts the 2-point conversion there for the Lyman Eagles. So a quick score for the Eagles has the Bobcats in a hole here in the first quarter. 9:52 to play on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman Eagles 8, Thermopolis Bobcats 0. Back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Not the start head coach McPhee and these Bobcats were looking for as the ball's kicked away here, but they'll have their second opportunity. Ryan Aaron's underneath it, going to come straight up the field, going to bounce it outside. Gets past a couple of Lyman Eagles across the 25 and across the near that 25-yard line, maybe the 26-yard line. They'll mark him.
Good pursuit by the Eagles on those kickoff returns. Aaron get a good head of steam on him and then just contained and directed towards the sideline there. Kind of ran out of room.
Yeah, no penalty flag that time, so no backup that time for the Bobcats. So a little better field position. The Bobcats going to come out in a little bit of a more standard look here with the twins to the near and the far side with Ryan and Chris Aarons here to the near side. Delmonico Dukes, actually, it's that Ethan Yarrington here on that side with Chris Aarons, Ryan Aarons, and Delmonico Dukes on the far side left. Shumway in that shotgun set. Here's motion from the near to the far side. Handed off around for Chris Aarons, trying to get past a couple of Eagles, heading forward. Hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he may have lost a yard there back to the 26-yard line, or is that where they had him initially?
Trying to, nope, they're going to back him up a
yard.
Yeah,
so about a yard lost that time for the little end-around play there for the Eagles. So a good loss. Tackle for loss that time for the Eagles. So Bobcats going to set up in a 2nd and 11 play. Clock ticking at 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Handoff straight downhill for Rhodey Farrell. No, going to be a keeper for Shumway to the outside, and the Eagles didn't bite on it, stuck with the quarterback there, and may have been another loss of yardage there for the Cats back to the 25. Now they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So Bobcats, 5 plays thus far, yet to pick up a yard in this game with 8:45 to go in the first quarter.
That Lyman defense, I mean, 7 points a game I believe they allow, so
yeah, and right
now, tough
now,
task.
Yeah, that defense looking good, but the Bobcats going to try to pick up a 3rd down and long here. Shotgun set for Shumway. Jumps it over the top into the middle. Bobcats have some yardage here heading forward. Looks like that's Ryan Aarons with the catch. Not going to be enough for the first down, but out to the 31-yard line. So a 5, maybe a 6-yard pickup there for the Cats, but they're going to go into a 4th down play here. And right now the Bobcats look like they may go for it inside of Eagle territory. Daring first. It's to wind the play clock. That's set for a shotgun snap. They are going to go for it with a 4th and 5 inside their own territory at the 31-yard line. Shumway sends Farrell in motion. Now going to need some time. Going to throw it up for Farrell. He has his man over the top, and Farrell's got it. He stays on his feet. One man to beat. Can't drag him down. Strength on strength. Rhodey Farrell to the end zone. A 4th down and 5 play from the 31-yard line. Ends up heading 69 yards the other way. Shumway to Farrell. Lightning strikes for the Bobcats. 8-6 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 7:35 to go. That changed the mood on the Bobcats sideline.
And that was one heck of a grab by Rhodey. Number one, he turned his body to kind of contort it and caught it, and then to stay on his feet and head downfield, and then he sheds a tackler on his way. What a catch and run by Rhodey.
And that one, that's why you do the squats in the gym, kids, right there, as Rhodey Farrell rides out the tackle and heads into the end zone for 6. Bobcats going to go for the PAT, not the tie. Owen McCumber there. Good snap, good hold. Kick on the way. Outside here to the right, no good. Bobcats trail it by 2, though. There on the big play from Shumway to Farrell. A 69-yard touchdown cuts the lead to 2 as the Bobcats get on the board. Lyman 8. Bobcats 6. You're listening to Bobcat Football on the Wind River Radio Network.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Bobcats trail it by 2 after the big play there by Rhodey Farrell. A 69-yard reception, shed a tackler and got into the end zone. PAT was missed, so it's a 2-point game at 8-6, and Farrell's going to kick this one deep right into the hands of the Lyman Eagles here, and they're out through the coverage, out into the open field now is Xander Lyman. Lyman going to run into Delmonico Duke's, going to be brought down across the 50-yard line down to the Bobcat 42-yard line. A big kick return there as the Cats being outblocked thus far in this one on kick coverage as well as on that first defensive set.
I thought he was gone there for a minute. So
thought that
good.
was a house call there.
Yeah, good pursuit by, you said it was
Dell,
yeah.
Dell at least cut him off, and I didn't see who finished off the tackle, but he cut off the angle there to prevent the touchdown. Bobcats going to go on the defensive side here trying to stop this running monster backfield here with this is Bradshaw going to the outside, following blockers. He's into the open field again, and that's a big chunky yardage yet again. Maybe about a 15-yard pickup there from the 42 down to the, looks like they're going to mark that one at the 28, so a 14-yard pickup as the clock continues to run at 7:15 to go, first quarter. 8-6 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Eagles leading right now. The Cats got to kind of shoot through some of that blocking right now, getting set up. It's just kind of a big bunch formation. You have, again, big number 32, Nate Brady out there kind of leading the charge. They'll snap for Bradshaw. Going to run forward, and he cuts it back inside, and that time was read nicely. I think that might have been Rhodey Farrell there that got him, wrapped him up, but still a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards there. Going to call it a pickup of 6 for Bradshaw. But still, I do like that time Farrell finally got smart to the cutback and was able to chop him down. But the blocking good so far from the Eagles. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Shotgun set here. They're going to go around. This time a handoff inside into the hands of Braden Bradshaw. And Bradshaw going to head inside the pylon. Yes, he'll break the, is he going to break the play? No. Haven't seen a call just yet. And going to mark that at the 2-yard line? Or did he get into the end zone?
I think they gave him the end zone, but
I never didn't see a... I don't see exactly what happened. Yeah, so he got taken down at the 2, so a first down play from about the 2-yard line here. Snap for Bradshaw, handed off on the inside again, heading in this time just a little bit short is McCoy Smith, and so that was a 2-point conversion. Just never saw the touchdown call there. Again, we're kind of cut off on the near side, so a touchdown failed 2-point conversion. It's 14-6 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard in favor of the Lyman Eagles after he headed into the end zone there on that play. So 14-6 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. The Eagles strike quickly. Bobcats have it again on the other side on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and
2022
And we're back here on the Wind River Radio Network with a deep kickoff for the Lyman Eagles. Ryan Aarons dropped this one. Ball bouncing around, finally falls on top of it. Going to cut it up the field. Good coverage by the Eagles. Fortunately, Aarons able to get out to the 15 right now. Bobcats kind of appear not yet to have gotten out the bus except for that one big play. Just been a little bit sloppy. Going to try to settle in on this drive here again. One big play on a 4th down led to a touchdown, but otherwise it's just been a little shaky start here for the Cats.
Yeah, not a whole lot going there for the Cats up front, and short yardage definitely is being controlled by Lyman.
Bobcats look to the sideline for the play to come in. Again, they'll go with that standard shotgun set with twins to the left and the right here. 5:48 to go, first quarter, 14-6 Lyman. Shumway with a shotgun snap. He'll throw it over the top. He's got Del Dukes, but a man out. There's Will. Del Dukes has it, and it's a foot race now. Del Dukes going down to the 30. He's got one man in pursuit. He's not going to be caught. And again, big plays all over the place here for the Thermopolis Bobcats. That one from the 16-yard line. So what is that, an 86-yard strike for the Bobcats there as McCoy Smith tried to undercut that one, overran the undercut right into the waiting hands of Delmonico Dukes, and the Bobcats are into the end zone, 14-12, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard.
I was just about to say, why don't we just throw it deep every time?
I'd say apparently that might be the plan here. We'll see what the Cats will do. They're going to elect not to go for 2 again, not going to try to go for the tie, trailing by 2. So the PAT by Owen McCumber this time. That one looks better, and it looks like it split the uprights, and it did. So the Bobcats, the one-hit wonders, keep rolling here for Thermopolis. 14-12 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard here with 5:35 to play in the opening quarter. Back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
occasion. Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Big play Bobcats here as we're back in Lyman, Wyoming. Bobcats trail up by 1, 14-13. Pair of long passing plays, 69 yards and 86 yards for the Cats, have them within 1. Kickoff here, the Eagles trying to break through this kick coverage of the Bobcats out across the 30-yard line. This time Xander Lyman. And the Cats will go back on the defensive side here, trying to stop what is this wing T offense for the Lyman Eagles. That's kicking it old school for Lyman there, but again, with the bodies they have out there, no reason to try to fix what isn't broken.
Looks like the old Armed Forces Bowl or something out there.
Yeah,
the
Navy
Army,
versus
Navy.
Army.
Yep.
Yeah. So they'll set up again in that wing T. Going to move out to that far side. Direct snap for McCoy Smith. McCoy Smith around the corner. He has blockers out in front. He's into the open field. He's finally tracked down by Rhodey Farrell, but not after a long pickup here down to the Bobcat 36-yard line. So that one was from the about the 32 of Lyman out to the 36 of the Cats. So quick 32-yard pickup there for the Lyman Eagles. So big plays here, both sides, and I'm not sure what the Cats are gonna have an answer for right now. Just unable to break through this blocking scheme of the Lyman Eagles. And now all of a sudden a little stoppage here as they're gonna Bobcats are going to take a timeout. Wrap the coaching staff seeing something out there, maybe going to game plan this one. 14-13 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 4:58 still left in the first quarter. Here in a big play first quarter from Lyman. This is Bobcat football on the Wind River Radio Network.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Teams breaking the huddle there as, again, 14-13 your score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard with 4:58 to play in the first quarter. Again, the clock has not been running consistently with all these big plays from the squads and the chain gang getting their steps in out there. As the Eagles have it now, they're going to go on an end around inside handoff here, and finally a good tackle by the Cats. Bringing down Gage Nielsen, who we confirmed had that earlier touchdown. Was not Bradshaw, but it was Nielsen that had that one, and he is stopped after a 1 yard gain. And that one coming out of the timeout for the Cats, getting a tackle after 1 yard. That's a positive timeout there.
Yeah, good job by the Bobcats getting that push, and it's got to be hard to see who's got the ball in the mix of four guys back there. Holy cow!
It does, yeah. Nielsen, Bradshaw out there. Bradshaw going to have it now, and going to be swallowed up there again. So the Cats seeing something there. You got to give a nod to the coaching staff. They saw something. They saw some kind of weakness they saw in that blocking scheme. And right now the Cats a couple of times in a row have only given up short gains. That one picking up about 3 yards there.
Yeah,
maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, 2, and Mason Reese just swallowed him up.
Yeah, Mason Reese had the edge set, and then somebody else came in to kind of finish off the play there. So Eagles running out of territory there, but we'll see what they do on this third down play. Again, they'll set up in that wing tee, and here on the outside they do have a man set in the receiver position, but right now hasn't been a threat. Snap here for Bradshaw, hand for McCoy Smith. He's got a little bit of room now, and he's out in the open. A little stiff arm there, and shedding tacklers, staying on his feet and taken down just short of the end zone again, about the 2 or 3 yard line. So a 33-yard pickup there for the Eagles, and they'll have first and goal yet again. So a couple of good plays defensively for the Cats. They can build on that, and now going to try to make a bit of a goal line stand here with about 3 yards to go to the end zone for the Lyman Eagles. Bradshaw sets the offense. Now a direct snap this time for Smith. Smith going to bowl over one Cat, and unable to keep him out of the end zone was Rhodey Farrell, and McCoy Smith goes in from 3 yards out. Put 6 more on the board, 20-13 now in favor of the Lyman Eagles as they get their third touchdown of the first quarter. And again, head coach McPhee said they're going to give up some touchdowns, going to have to answer, and right now just wasn't sure that it was going to be this many this many questions to answer in the opening quarter. 2-point conversion going to set up here again for the Eagles. Against Bradshaw to set the offense, takes the direct snap right up the middle, going to charge into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 22-13, it's an 8-point lead again for the Lyman Eagles as they've scored 3 times in this first quarter. Bobcats going to have the possession on the other side with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, they trail it by 9, 22-13. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard back after this on 101.7 KDNO.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
You can't say it hasn't been an entertaining opening quarter as the Lyman Eagles lead it 22-13. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard made the military puns a little earlier on, but it seems that the Lyman Eagles are the Army, the ground and pound, while the Bobcats are the Air Force. doing all the air yards versus rushing yards. The Cats will get underneath this one. Ryan Aarons fields it cleanly this time, going to try to break past some Eagles. He breaks one tackle there, cuts it up into the middle of the field. Good return there by Aarons again out near the 35-yard line, out to the 34-yard line. No flags on the field, so that's where the Cats will start. It had positive position here, and going to keep an eye on this Eagle defense when they come out this time, see if they change any kind of coverage, see if they go to more of a zone look or if they're going to stay up in kind of a man-to-man look. You can see the DBs and safeties kind of huddling up there back to kind of talk things over, as right now a couple of times they've gotten the little Diablo sauce from Taco Bell, the little burn job by the Thermopolis Bobcats.
Yeah, I love that Diablo sauce, I mean, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Good thing it's only 60 miles of Thermopolis
right.
from Riverton. Shotgun set now for Gavin Shumway. Has Farrell here on his right hip, trips to the near side, single man outside to the far side left. Good hard count that time by Gavin Shumway, and that's going to be an easy 5 for the Cats to start this drive. So out from the 34 to the 39, a 1st and 5.
About one a game they get the opponent to jump on those.
I wish I was more field level to just hear how hard that count is by Gavin. He must have got the throaty voice there to really kind of get the Eagles to bounce, trying to come straight downhill. Have a couple of defensive ends standing here as Shumway will take the snap now. He'll go straight up the middle, breaking a couple tackles there. Now flag comes in from that far side there. It's near a 1st down, but we're going to wait for the call here as the side judge comes in to talk this one over with the head referee, the white hat there. As of right now, it's a 1st down. Looks like it's kind of motioning like maybe it's on the Eagles. I'm not sure, though. Again, just guesswork to this point. Personal foul. It was a face mask, and I think that's got to be on the Lyman Eagles, and it is. I did see Gavin kind of jerk one way, and wasn't sure if it was the jersey or the face mask. So bonus 15 on top of that 5-yard rush there for Gavin Shumway, and all of a sudden the Cats into Lyman Eagle territory out at the 47
for the first time. With 2 touchdowns.
Exactly, 2 touchdowns, but this is the first play they've run inside of Lyman territory. Shumway in the offense will look to the far sideline here, trying to get that play in from coaching staff there, and have it now. Trips here to the near side again. Motion from near side to far side is Ryan Aarons. Little fake there. Dump it over the middle. Has Farrell. High points it now. He'll come to the outside. Has a blocker in Del Dukes there. Cuts it back inside, taking on Lyman Eagles. Tackled out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So a 15-yard pickup there for Rody Farrell.
Just that little screenplay that we've seen so many times. The Bobcats let the defensive line through, and Rody just sits down there at the line of scrimmage and picks up some with his feet.
And I like that play because Lyman's aggressively coming downhill at the Cats so far in this one. So I do like the play calling there from the Bobcats. Team is set again. They'll move that trip set out to the far side left now as Shumway continue to operate out of the shotgun. Ethan Yarrington, the lone man here on the near side right. Shumway going to keep it. Has room up the middle as he breaks ahead. Breaking tackles, gets past one inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 13 it looks like. So about a 14, what is that, from the 33 down to the 14, about a 19-yard pickup there for Gavin Shumway. So the Bobcats offense operating well here. Again, we talked about the question and answer, defense and offense right now, trying to get back into the end zone with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, 22-13 Lyman lead. Moving that trips around again. This time he'll set up to the far side. Ball right in the center of the field. Shumway going to throw it out for Del Dukes. One-on-one here. Del Dukes just couldn't quite come up with that one. There's a one-on-one battle out there with number 22, Gage Nielsen. Nielsen up to the task there. Didn't see if he got a fingertip to that one or not, or if it just kind of bounced off Dell's hands.
Almost looked like it got all the way to Dell's shoulder pads. I'm not sure if he quite got positioned and ready for it.
So a little looking for a little fade there to the pylon that time from Shumway to Del Dukes. Incomplete there, so a 2nd down and 10 play again here from the 14-yard line for the Cats. Shotgun snap, good snap. Throw it across the middle. Has Del Dukes. He's near the goal line, near that 1st down marker, actually, right at the 1st down marker at the 4-yard line. I think this might be a 1st down. Maybe if not, it's just short. And honestly, this might be an advantageous play for the Cats as they pick up 9. I think right now this is one where you don't take many under the center, but this might be one where you kind of sneak Shumway up and just kind of go with a sneak, but they'll stay in the shotgun set. 4-down territory here for head coach McPhee and the Bobcats. So operating on 3rd down, hand for Farrell. Goes downhill, but he's hit immediately there. Bobcats lost right at the line of scrimmage there, and he was hit right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 4th down and 1 play upcoming.
Only the 5th actual run play by the Bobcats.
Less than a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Cats important 4th down play here. 4th down and call it a long 1 coming up. Again, this is the plays that McPhee talked about that you have to convert late on in the field, deep into Lyman territory. And now, second timeout of the first half. Cats want to get this one right. 36 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Lyman 22, Thermopolis 13. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard back after this on 101.7 KDNO.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30.
4th down play coming up here for the Thermopolis Bobcats. Shotgun snap, give for Farrell, who'll go to the outside, running into trouble there. Throws it forward, incomplete pass, and now they're going to throw a flag, probably called intentional grounding there by Rody Farrell. Not sure if they're trying to set up that pass back play or what they were trying to do there, but flag came in from the white hat there, the head referee of this crew. Let's see what they call it. Not sure that anybody was in the area there. Might be an intentional grounding situation. So the Eagles are going to take over regardless here because I think it's on the Cats, unfortunately. Also want to welcome in our radio fans on 101.7 KDNO. Appreciate those streaming via YouTube through yotoday.com. But, of course, always appreciative of our radio audience on 101.7 KDNO. It is an intentional grounding there, so timeout taken. Drew up the play, and the Eagles kind of blew that play up, so a turnover on downs for the Cats. And so that's ends a streak of 5 drives for either squad scoring.
Is that how many yards did they give him for that?
Well, so it was an intentional grounding from the spot of the play. It's dead ball foul plus apparently 5 yards the other way. So it'll set up at the Cat 21-yard line. The Eagles, again, 29 seconds to go here in the quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Eagle offense is set. Going to go to direct snap this time out to Smith again, I believe, as he goes forward, taken down. See if that's who pops up with it. And it is McCoy Smith with the carry there, out near the 30-yard line, down to the 28-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup there. Might be the last play of the quarter. 22-13, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats trail this one, turn it over on downs. Going to try to get their first defensive stop of this contest. On the other side, this is Hot Springs County High School football on 101.7 KDNO.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Second quarter set to get underway. A long opening quarter there. Cats back on the defensive side. Second down and short here for Lyman. They'll give for Smith again. He's taken down in the backfield. Great pursuit there. Rhodey Farrell shooting through the gap and taking down Smith for a loss of yardage that time, I believe. Maybe loss of a yard, or did he get back to the line of scrimmage?
I think they're getting back to the line of scrimmage.
So maybe just lost, look about a half a yard there. This is a big play here for the Bobcats early on in the second quarter. Need a stop, turned it over on downs, now have an opportunity to stop.
Good, they're getting some good push here. Rhodey disrupting them in the backfield. So.
Yeah, shot through that gap there. So set again now. Bradshaw in the backfield. Tend to take a direct snap, go straight forward and barrel across the first down marker there. And a 5-yard pickup.
That was a straight rugby scrum right there. I mean, it was
yeah.
All 10 of the guys there just gotten a ball and just pushed forward.
Yeah, was that Smith that got the carry there?
No, that was
Bradshaw. So that was the tight end getting in action there. No surprise, bring out the big man for the short yardage play. So a fresh set of downs here for the Lyman Eagles. First down and 10.
Ooh, that was Carter Bradshaw.
From the 32.
Yeah.
Snap, ball's on the deck here for Smith. Gonna have to reverse field here. Has a couple of blockers, cuts it back up into the center field, stacked up and taken down at the 29-yard line. So a loss there. So a little slippery ball there on that shotgun snap. The ball just ahead of the 30-yard line, so second down and 12 coming up. And, you know, we talked about this a lot for Gavin Shumway and Logan Defoe. They really have been great on the quarterback and center exchange on those shotgun snaps. They sometimes can be dangerous. That one came out a little bit low. Smith couldn't handle it, put it on the deck, but fortunately scooped it up real quick. So set up in the wing tee here again. Bradshaw and Smith, the deep backs here. Now Smith, he'll throw this time to the outside, and it's caught there. So a complete pass that time for 22, Gage Nielsen gets the catch, picks up that loss on the last play. So was that 2-3 yards there, maybe 3 yards, 2 yards on the pickup. So 1 of 1 now is Bradshaw. Again, they don't go to the air much. We talked about it, but that time set it up, and good job on the Bobcats not to get caught by surprise.
Yeah, they were all over him, and Bradshaw under a little bit of pressure there too, so he got rid of it pretty quick.
So timeouts being used by both squads. Think this one is going to be taken by the Lyman Eagles. A third and long play for the Eagles on the other side. Can the Cats get a stop? We'll find out next on the Wind River Radio Network.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And we're back here out of the timeout for Lyman. Third down and 10. Cats trying to get a defensive stop here, leaning forward. They're going to move the ball around. Out ahead is Bradshaw, and he's into the second part of the territory in a last-ditch tackle effort there by Shumway as he got the back of Bradshaw's jersey. So from the 35 of the Cats all the way down, where are they going to mark this one, to the 32? So a 33-yard pickup by my math there for Carter Bradshaw.
Lyman now over 200 yards on the ground.
Big play there for Lyman. Cats tried to sneak up and make the play, but good blocking. Now a direct snap for Smith. He sneaks his way through a hole and dives forward near another first down. Possibly picked it up, so a 10-yard chunk that time for McCoy Smith. Tough play for the Cats to swallow on a 3rd down and 10, giving up a big 33-yard play, and then another 1st down, pick up a 10 yards there from Smith, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone yet again. 8:55 to go. 2nd quarter. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Cats trail at 22-13 in this one, trying to get a stop on this drive. Bradshaw sets the offense, takes the shotgun snap, going to hand it off now for Smith, coming to the outside, following blockers, heading forward, thrown forward near the 10-yard line. Going to be another 11-yard pickup for Smith, and it's back to back 1st downs for the Eagles.
And the Bobcats gotta put something together here and make a stop. They're just getting 10, 12 yards at a time.
So the Lyman Eagles will come to the line again, set that big wing T offense, have that tight end tucked on the other side. Direct snap for Bradshaw, straight ahead, following the blockers, marching ahead, finally stood up just inside the 5-yard line. So about a 6-yard hit that time for Bradshaw on the direct snap. 2nd down and goal. Tough to see. They got the small yard markers out. I know they're orange, but I have a little trouble catching them on the side there as the Eagles come to the line now. Bradshaw surveys the defense. Quick snap now directly to Smith. He'll find right through the hole as he weaves his way into the back of the end zone. Squirts through into the end zone for the Lyman Eagles. 28-13 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard as Smith has a touchdown for Lyman. 7:38 to go in the 2nd quarter.
His 2nd touchdown on the afternoon.
And the Eagles have gone for 2 every time, and I think they'll continue that. Right now it's a 2-score game at 15 points. This one makes the 3-score game if they can convert. Cats trying to get a stop. Failed 2-point conversion last time. This time Bradshaw no problem as he heads into the end zone untouched. 30-13 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman taking a bit of control of this one here at home. Cats going to try to get back into it next on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Come back to live action here with the Cats, picked up by Rhodey Farrell. He'll come to the outside, trying to find a lane. He has one, and he's finally bumped out of bounds there by the Lyman Eagles at the 36, 37-yard line there. So positive position again for the Cats. And again, this one want to get a positive drive here. Eagles going up now by 17 points. So it is a 3-score game now for the Cats. So right now, very important to get going on this offensive drive.
And Lyman gets the ball back at the start of the second half as well.
Cats will go into the trips look to the far side right now, moving right to left on your radio dial here in quarter number 2. Shumway and Farrell in the backfield. Ethan Yarrington, the single man to the near side. Rolling out to the far side right as Shumway throws an interception right into the hands of the Lyman Eagles. Number 32, Nate Brady, and it's a pick 6. But a flag on the field, 2 flags on the field here. This one, hold on a second, this one's in the backfield, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens with this play. The referee's coming forward to talk things over. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. The Lyman coaching staff not happy with their hands in the air. And this one coming back somehow. I'm not sure exactly what the flag's going to be, but a big break if this is on the Eagles. big break for the Cats. Shumway was in trouble trying to rifle it in there, but threw it into plenty of coverage and ends up being intercepted. But looks like a little PI there. Is that what they call him? A little pass interference over the top. I don't think it was even on the player that was covered up by Brady that time. So erase the pick 6, and the Cats will have it now with it's going to be a first down. First down and 10. The chain's going to have to go the other way, though. Chain gang set up. Well,
come on.
This is interesting.
Wait.
Did they say the touchdown counted? They did, so it's now a 2-point conversion from the 45-yard line. So a strange thing. Must have been a last-second penalty there as Yarrington comes out to cover it up. The Eagles trying to convert a 50-yard 2-point conversion, and it's a rarity, but could not do it as Shumway able to bring Bradshaw down again. So not sure what the play could have been. Maybe a block. It must have been a block in the back by the Lyman Eagles on the interception return. But that doesn't make sense either, Kevin. It has to be a dead ball foul to erase the interception. So it was on the return, so that was a first down play. The touchdown has not counted yet. A little bit of confusion here up in the broadcast booth. Apologize to you. But the Lyman Eagles set up inside the 5-yard line now. And heading downhill this time is McCoy Smith looking for touchdown number 3. Can't get it, though, as he's tackled up right around the line of scrimmage.
I'm trying to get my stat sheet right over here.
Bradshaw, again, that one set up from the, I believe it was the 45-yard line is where he was at after the penalty. So got down to the 5, so a 40-yard run by Bradshaw set this up, and now it's a second down and goal after a no gain by McCoy Smith.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Got to do one thing right. Snap now for Bradshaw. He cuts up the middle, and that'll be into the end zone again. So a change of possession play, and the Eagles take advantage quickly back onto the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, 36-13. A high-scoring opening half here for the Lyman Eagles. They're into the end zone yet again, and they'll go for 2. It's a 23-point game now.
Who ran that one in?
Bradshaw.
Thank you.
The quarterback, Carter Bradshaw, with that touchdown there from 5 yards out. And all of a sudden, we're going to see a PAT for the first time tonight by the Eagles, as looks like the kicker is going to be Gage Nielsen. Holder is going to be Smith. Head referee going to get in position now, and we are ready for the PAT attempt. Snap back, hold good, kick is up, kick looks good. Big leg there by Nielsen, no problem as that one's up and through the goalpost there. 37-13 your score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Cats in a little trouble, going to try to get back in this one on the other side on the Wind River Radio Network.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
And we're back in Lyman, Wyoming. The Eagles kind of stacking it on top here in the opening quarter. 5 touchdowns so far in this one. McCoy Smith, Carter Bradshaw in a couple of times. I think Gage Nielsen with the other touchdown for the Eagles. The Cats, a couple of deep bombs from the passing game, picking out Rhodey Farrell and Dell Dukes for a 69-yard and an 86-yard touchdown. Deep kick here for the Eagles. Bounces now, collected by Farrell. Trying to run past the coverage team here. Going to cut it to the outside. Runs into his own man there, though. Stam was kind of in the way. And now a flag here from the back judge. Lands at about the 30-yard line, so not sure what he saw there. The flag now going to drop down at the 20. And unfortunately, a flag on the kick returns never usually good news for the Cats. See that he's signaling for holding, and so that's going to go against Thermopolis. And that flag again is at the 20-yard line, so this one's probably going to back up to the 10 if it is on Thermopolis. A little conference out there between the referees. And referee going to try to get out in front here and make the call with 6:17 to go in the first half. 37-13 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman leads Thermopolis. It is a hold on the Bobcats, so that's going to go back to the 10-yard line. They're actually going to mark it inside the 10-yard line at about the 7. So they called it at the 6-yard line. It looks like 7 from the far side, but they'll start us at the 6 on this drive. So another penalty on a kick return for the Bobcats sets them up deep inside their own territory. Shumway be alone in the shotgun set, trips to one side, twins to the far side, so a naked set in the backfield here for Shumway, the quarterback alone. He'll take the snap, drops back, going to throw over the top, looking for Del Dukes. Del Dukes brought it in. If he stayed in bounds, that's a big play for the Cats. And he did. Del Dukes bringing that in at the 37-yard line. So a 31-yard pickup? No, excuse
37.
me. So out to the 30, where is he at? Where are they marking? The 37-yard line again from, they said it's at the 6. So 31-yard play there from Shumway to Del Dukes, and there was double coverage over there. They just couldn't get underneath it.
Yeah, really good catch and staying in bounds by Del.
He's just got great field awareness. Shotgun snap for Shumway. Going to fake the handoff. Ran into his own man as Brody Sorensen got pushed deep back into the backfield, and Shumway had nowhere to go, so a big tackle for loss there.
Four yards. Just not. Bobcats not able to get anything going on the ground.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding there for the Cats. So Shumway, again, looks like he's in the backfield. Trips here to the near side. Twins out to the far side right. Motion from the far to the near side. Almost dropped the snap there. They'll throw it across the middle for Farrell, but read well that time by the linebacking crew there as Max Gregory takes down Rhodey Farrell across the middle. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. May have actually lost a yard there on the pass play. Shumway didn't look ready for it. I think it was pretty good hands by Gavin just to bring that one under control. But we have a 3rd down and 15 play now for Thermopolis, trailing 37-13 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Clock running at 4:45 here in the first half. Stick around for the Hot Springs Health halftime show. 2 running backs in the backfield now for Shumway. Going to look for some extra blocking. Going to roll to the outside right now. Going to look to throw it back across the middle of the field. And coming back for it was Del Dukes. Couldn't get back there in time. Kind of got caught up there with Carter Bradshaw, but no flag there as the ball was well short of Del Dukes that time. And a 4th and 15 play going to go this time. They went for a play early on in the game that turned into that 69-yard Rhodey Farrell touchdown, but right now Rhodey back to punt this one away. So Cats 3 and out here as they'll punt it away with Rhodey Farrell. Takes the snap now back there, and the kick by Farrell, an end-over-ender now picked up here by the Eagles. Number 2, McCoy Smith, avoided the first man, now getting to the outside, and the shoestring tackle is broken, still staying on his feet. And finally brought down there by Logan Defoe, but it's all the way back at the Bobcats 24-yard line, 23-yard line, so a big return there.
And 4 minutes left here. It's going to be tough for the Bobcats to hold strong here. Lyman kind of just been running roughshod through them a little bit.
Playing bully ball here, and the Cats haven't quite had the answer. Again, already trailing 37-13, so already a 24-point deficit on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, and the Eagles going to look to add to it here on this drive, and they'll set again that wing tee look. Shotgun snap, give it for Bradshaw, going to look for some room, cuts it back up the middle. Cats had that one clogged up pretty well, but still going to manage to get about 5 yards on that play. Cats looking to the sideline, looking what kind of defense they want to run here as coaching staff bringing in those hand signals. Brody Farrell, Jessen Bassian on that stop there. Direct snap again for Bradshaw, going to come to the outside, has a host of Eagle blockers as he picks up the first down and near the 10-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup there for Carter Bradshaw.
It's just so hard to pick up who's coming out of there with that ball.
It is. There's a lot of options to come out of there. It's 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Snap now for the Eagles, going straight up the middle is Carter Bradshaw, nearly untouched as he wiggles his way through the hole and dances across the goal line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lyman Eagles. Every possession that they have had thus far in this contest has ended in a Lyman Eagle touchdown. Yeah, and just like you said, bully ball. The Bobcats just definitely struggling up there up front and getting any sort of push. And once they get into that secondary, there's really nobody else to get past because they're really crowding that box too. 30-point game here. Going to try to make it 31 again with Gage Nielsen, who had a really good leg the last time. Looked good. And again, looked like it made it easy. The routine was good, hold good, kick is good. 44-13 your score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard as the Cats will have it back on the offensive side here with just a few minutes left in the opening half from Lyman High School. This is Bobcat Football on the Wind River Radio Network.
Please relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion. Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Been an offensive onslaught from the Lyman Eagles. Some early touchdown exchanges. At one point in this contest, Kevin, it was 14-13. But it's been 30 straight points from the Lyman Eagles to take a commanding 31-point lead here with 3:18 to go in the opening half of football. Cats in desperate need of some offensive firepower this time around.
Yeah, and if it weren't for those big plays, they'd be in worse shape, actually, than they are now.
Absolutely. Kickoff here for the Cats. Farrell let that one bounce, and it goes all the way back near the goal line. Now he's going to have some trouble, going to try to take on some Eagles. He's actually through the hole, breaks one tackle, breaking more. Rody Farrell, how did he do it? He escaped, and now he's on a jailbreak run up the far side, and he'll scamper in for a Bobcats touchdown. Rody Farrell, nearly a mistake letting that one bounce, scoops it up at the 1-yard line. Lyman kick coverage almost outruns himself, splits to the first defenders there, and then able to use that Farrell strength to break down the far sideline for a 99-yard Thermopolis Bobcat touchdown.
Yeah, wow. 99 yards, and I think he ran a little more because he had to run a little bit sideways down there and somehow skirted through.
Yep, touchdown's good there. And the Cats will go for the point after touchdown operation here as Macomber will look to add the extra point. So it's been a game of fireworks for the Thermopolis Bobcats. It has come in quick hit fashion. Touchdowns of 69 yards, 86 yards, and 99 yards so far for the Cats as they do it on special teams this time. A special teams touchdown, first one of the year for the Bobcats, trying to add the PAT, and the operation fails there as snap was bad and Macomber kicks it into the back of his own line there. 44-19 your score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. If you're a fan of offense, you're in the right place. Come back for more Bobcat football next on the Wind River Radio Network.
One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter. That's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit. Because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
And the Cats on the board again, trailing 44-19 as McCumber comes up on this one. Going to kick it down low, and the Eagles nearly had that one squirt through the legs of their up man, but swallowed up that time by Max Gregory. So went for kind of a heater onside type kick there, maybe trying to just bounce it off Gregory, but good hands there by the Eagles.
Bounce it off someone's pads or something, it'll come back to you. And almost took a minute to locate that ball, and then he just fell on it.
If that one squirted forward, might have been a little different story, but fortunately that one went between the old, did the 7-10 split there, then fell down on the football. So Eagle football inside their own territory at the 48-yard line, as every offensive possession they've had has ended in a touchdown. See if that continues. The Cats can get a stop. Bradshaw, he's out into the open field now and runs over a couple of Bobcats, slowed up there by Zane Stam, but it's going to be a 15-yard pickup. Again, down to the Cats' 43-yard line, so, or excuse me, 30, yeah, down to the 42-yard line there. So actually at the 37-yard line here for the Lyman Eagles. Snap for Bradshaw. They'll keep it with him. He'll cut up the middle. Heading downhill, Farrell and others in on that play. Finally able to bring him down, but looks like another 11 yards for Bradshaw. So just stacking up that rushing yardage in this one. As again, the Eagles do have about 2 yards of air offense in this one, but all of it has been done via the ground game thus far. So a heavy ground attack here as they'll give it for McCoy Smith as he'll come to the outside now. Cats trying to stretch this play out. Smith able to dive ahead across the 20-yard line down to about the 16-yard line, 15-yard line there, a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, they're giving him 9 yards, mark him just short of the first down.
The clock running with less than 2 minutes to play here, but the Eagles a couple of timeouts, so no clock issues here as the Cats going to try to get a defensive stop, but right now not much resistance from this Cats defense, and right to Bradshaw now a flag comes in, maybe an early movement here from the Eagles.
Be false start, should be.
Although usually it's pretty standard, make that call and get going, but comes back to talk to his head man in charge, and it is a false start on the Eagles, so back him up 5 yards. So a second down and a short one turns into a second down and long 5. 1:35 to go here in the second quarter, 44-19. Pinnacle Bank's scoreboard. Clock running, 90 seconds to go in the first half. Bradshaw in the backfield. Snap comes back for Bradshaw. He'll try to dive up the middle. One cut back there. Runs over a couple of Cats and follows his blockers ahead and down near the 15-yard line.
7-yard gain and a first down.
So 7 yards there for the Eagles. Again, right now kind of running this drive as they would want, chewing up a lot of the clock here and now kind of getting towards the doorstep at the 14-yard line. Shotgun snap, this one for Smith. Cuts up the middle. Good tackle by Rhodey Farrell at the 10-yard line, maybe the 9-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup there for McCoy Smith and a timeout taken by Lyman. Less than a minute to play in the opening half of football. Lyman Eagles 44, Thermopolis Bobcats 19. This is Hot Springs County High School football on 101.7 KDNO.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Timeout Lyman has concluded here. Second down and 5 coming up for Lyman with 52 seconds to go and one timeout in their pocket. Bradshaw, quick snap now for Smith. He has blockers in front, cuts back into the middle of the field, and Smith is into the end zone for the third time today, and the Eagles have hit the half-century mark, 50-19, Pinnacle Bank's scoreboard.
Oh my! That's all I gotta say. Oh my!
This is a football score, but could be a basketball score here in the opening half, 50-19. And again, what is that now? Seven drives, seven touchdowns for the Lyman Eagles, as they are soaring high. Early movement there from Nielsen. No flag comes in, though, and it is up and good. 51-19 your score here late on in the first half of football, as the Cats will have the final look at it here in half number one with 46 ticks left on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. 51-19 your score. Back after this on 101.7 KDNO.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
If you're just joining us, it's been an offensive first half. Lyman doing a lot of the scoring. 7 drives they've gone down the field. 7 times they've scored touchdowns. They've got 51 on the board here in the opening 23 minutes of the game. 23 minutes and change. The Cats have been the beneficiaries of some big plays. A 69-yard touchdown and an 86-yard touchdown for Rody Farrell and Delmonico Dukes. And Dukes has some bounces off his chest. Farrell's going to get on top of it again. And now the Catman bounces to the outside right, gets past one tackler, going up the sidelines. And finally, the Eagles able to collect Farrell out at the 33-yard line. So Dukes had that one hit him right in the chest. And you know what? Sure hand Del Dukes out there. Kind of a surprise didn't bring that one in.
Right? Bounced off his chest, and then he took a shot from the defender after that too. But Rody made the best out of a bad situation. Turned it up the field for about another 20 yards.
We'll see if the Eagles, they've kind of gone to a little bit of a shell zone coverage here as they have a couple of deep safeties back as the DB is going to match up here on the outside. Looks like Ethan Yarrington, Chris Ahrens here to the near side. So you have Del Dukes and Ryan Ahrens on the other side. Rody Farrell, the single man in the backfield. Shotgun set for Gavin Shumway with a little more than a half a minute to go now as he has his offensive set, surveys the defense. So Lyman kind of clears out the box here. Going to throw a quick screener, a quick hitter across the middle for Del Dukes out near midfield there. And the Cats going to have to go quickly. 1 timeout to go. So they'll come up quickly here for a play as Gavin Shumway. Now he jogs towards the sideline. Not sure if they're going to burn that timeout early, and it looks like they will. So getting in a more advantageous spot near midfield. Timeout Thermopolis trailing 51-19 here in the second quarter. Come back after this on 101.7 KDNO.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
And we're back here to live action in Lyman, Wyoming. Cats with the football, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, and a hard count again by Gavin Shumway. Going to cause the Eagles to jump offsides and going to get into Eagle territory now at the 47-yard line.
That got a bigger groan from the crowd than the dad joke did.
Yeah, right, exactly. I was going to say, not sure which one was more painful. 30 seconds to go here in the half. Shumway in the backfield with Farrell. Twins left and right now. Here's the set. Going to throw over the middle. Has a man, but missed him streaking across the middle. That looked like Ryan Aarons there, and Shumway led him a little too far. Went and trying to walk the dog there across the middle of the field and just couldn't hook up that time.
Like you said, like that last play before where they exploit the middle of the field a little bit, Bobcats have had success down the sidelines, and so I think they're shading the side a little bit and starting to open up the middle of that field a little more.
Yeah, pretty soft coverage in the middle of that zone for Lyman. We'll see if the Cats can give Gavin Shumway a little time here to throw as they'll set up the standard. Twins look near and far side. Shumway peeks over the right shoulder at the coaching staff, getting the play in here as Farrell's set on his right hip. Snap is good. Here comes Shumway. Going to go over the top looking for Del Dukes. It's a 50-50 ball and swatted away that time by Xander Lyman for the Eagles. Lyman for Lyman.
Yep, there you go. Xander Lyman.
Now 21 ticks left here in the half. Now Thermopolis just trying to look for a little more thunder and lightning here late on in this first half. They'll kick it away to Lyman to start half number 2. A little bit of confusion here out on the field as the Cats finally do get set on that far side with Del Dukes and Ryan Aarons there. And a hard count that time had Lyman going. Has them off their schedule there, and now it's going to go outside for Dukes again. Throw it out of bounds, though. Did Shumway that time. And the Cats probably going to go for it here on 4th down late in the half with 15 seconds to go. You feel like defensively you can keep them out for that long. Again, had some holes in the defense, but right now just got to keep trying to push on offensively again when you're down 51-19 in this game. Down 32 points, just trying to cut further into that lead. Shumway set now. Sends Rody Farrell in motion here to the near side. Has the snap. In a little bit of trouble. He'll roll to that side. Now he's going to throw it just off his back foot there. It's a 50-50 ball. It's knocked down by Lyman. Ethan Yarrington was in the area, but knocked down that time by, looked like Gage Nielsen had his hand on it. 8 seconds left now here in the half, and the question is, does Lyman just keep that wing T offense rolling downhill, or are they just going to sit on this one, head into the halftime locker room, and wait for that second half kickoff?
I don't know. I guess I would assume they would just kneel on this, but I don't know.
Come on, Kevin Stradamus.
I have not seen an offense like this in a while. The way that they line up.
It is. I would say it really does look like an old school Army offense, just stacking up the wing T, plenty of weight in the backfield now as Bradshaw's ready for it, and he will just take a knee on it. That's going to wrap up half number 1. It's been one with plenty of points as there's been 70 points scored in the first half. We head towards the Hot Springs Health halftime show next on 101.7 KDNO on the Wind River Radio Network.
With Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
And welcome inside the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you on this one. If you're just joining us, halftime score, Lyman Eagles 51, Thermopolis Bobcats 19. Kevin, the story of the day is can't get a stop, unfortunately.
No, Bobcats have yet to get a stop. Yeah, I mean, even so, I mean, the Bobcats have had some big plays, so they haven't had some sustained drives and things like that. So it's not like Lyman has been out there dominating the defensive side of the football necessarily. It's just every time they get a stop, they capitalize on it. And the Bobcats have not had that opportunity to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we heard head coach McPhee talk about needing to answer their scores, but you know what? I think if you told him you had to match 7 scores in the first half, I think even the coach would be fully honest with us that that's a tall task to ask to cover touchdowns each and every time. But there have been some exciting plays. We saw touchdowns of 69 yards from Shumway to Farrell to open up the scoring for the Cats. And then an 86-yard touchdown from Shumway to Dell Dukes for that, and also Dell over 100 again?
Dell is, over 100.
Yeah, over 100. He came in averaging 101.
Way to spoil my halftime segment, Jordan.
Oh, come on now. I need all the attention.
There you go.
That's what you do. Is play-by-play guy. I just got to have all the attention. And then had a 99-yard Rhodey Farrell kickoff return touchdown, in which it was just so odd. I mean, he let that one bounce, thinking it was going to go end over end into the end zone. Ends up having to chase it down at the 1-yard line. Lyman coverage coming downhill. Rhodey turns on the jet, splits about the first 5 defenders, used a little strength to get through the next couple, and then, as it is in the pros, had a chase with the kicker, and Rhodey Farrell was always going to win that race and scampers in for a special teams touchdown for the Bobcats to get to their 19 points. But defensively, again, they had Lyman in a 3rd down and 10. They've had a couple of times that they've read it well, but honestly, at this point, Kevin, I just imagine that fatigue for a team that's so thin and now down another starter in Armani Dukes. It's just so hard to just keep going out there, play after play, offensively and defensively, over and over again. It's, getting a 20-minute halftime, probably a bit of a break for the Cats, try to recharge, get hydrated, and come out for the second half. But it's been a lot of Eagles. There have been some exciting plays for the Cats, but again, as we said, 7 drives, 7 touchdowns, 51 points for the Eagles.
Yeah, not just tough on them probably physically out there, but tough on them mentally. I mean, you come all the way down here, and 51's a number you don't want to put up in a game, and now Bobcats are looking at that number at halftime on the scoreboard, and not an easy thing for them to probably swallow mentally or emotionally as well.
Yeah, it can kind of hurt the pride, but again, this is a team that has come together well. They've grown so much as a squad. I don't know if it's a team that gets down on each other. I haven't seen any of that on the sidelines. Coaching staff, head coach McPhee and others have really kind of kept them focused, kept the vision narrow and kind of on the task at hand. And task number 1, Kevin, will be coming out of the halftime locker room, kicking it away to Lyman and getting their first stop of the day. That's where you start that narrow focus second half, as you get that first stop, and then you kind of just let the cards fall where they may after that.
Yeah, that first stop out of the halftime is definitely going to be a tester for the Bobcats, if you will, I guess.
Absolutely. This is the Hot Springs Health halftime show on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network. Just a little more than 10 minutes till second half action. We'll still have the keys to the second half for you. Get you a look at the prep scoreboard for games coming up across the state of Wyoming, across a number of different classifications. And that's all coming up here and a little bit later on the Hot Springs Health halftime show on the Wind River Radio Network.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Welcome back inside the Hot Springs Health halftime show on the Wind River Radio Network. Oh, 101.7 KDNO. Yes, broadcasters sometimes have fun in the booth. Welcome you back to Lyman, Wyoming. Halftime score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman Eagles 51, Thermopolis Bobcats 19. As we're going to head into another halftime feature. We're going to head into our stat pack, and for that, I turn it on over to Kevin.
We're going to get One Eye on the Stats, brought to you by One Eye Buffalo Brewing Company in Thermopolis, Wyoming. And I got some stats for you here, Jordan. We got some numbers that you'd probably be talking about at the end of the game, but here we are at halftime, and let's see what we got. We got Bradshaw at the quarterback position, running the ball 17 times for 203 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's thrown 1 pass, but completed it for 2 yards. No interceptions there. McCoy Smith, 15 rushes, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns for him as well. No fumbles. Nielsen has ran the ball 2 times for 23 yards and a touchdown, and he caught the lone pass for 2 yards. Team totals there, we've got 371 yards on the ground, 2 yards through the air for 373 yards total offense for them. And it looks like they've also just they've run 35 plays, so a pretty good clip for them as well. We'll go back up to the Bobcats, and on the Bobcat stat category, we got Gavin Shumway running the ball 4 times for 27 yards. He's thrown 17 passes, completing only 8 of those for 256 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for him. Rody Farrell, only 1 rushing attempt at a Rody in the first half, no yards. He's thrown 2 passes, no completions. He did catch 3 balls for 84 yards and a touchdown, including a 99-yard touchdown return by Rody Farrell as well. Del Dukes has eclipsed the 100-yard mark already in the first half. 4 catches for 151 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Aarons has caught 1 pass for 6 yards. Chris Aaron is the only other ball carrier, 1 carry for -1 yards. Bobcat totals, I've got 26 yards on the ground on 6 attempts, and then 256 yards through the air on 19 attempts, bringing the offensive total to 282 yards and 25 plays for the Bobcats. For 10 less plays for the Bobcats, the 25 to 35 on those. And that's your one-eyed look at the stats, brought to you by One Eye Buffalo Brewing Company out of Thermopolis, Wyoming.
Thank you, Kevin. As we'll take a quick look at the prep scoreboard coming up here a little later on today. Look at some other two-way matchups. We got number 2 Tongue River over on the road at Burns. Number 4 Bighorn pays a visit to Newcastle. Pinedale is at Kemmerer. Wheatland at Upton. Sundance. Mountain View takes a visit to number 1 Lovell, so a very similar drive to us, but the other way. And then Glen Rock is heading to Torrington. So those are some of the matchups there. Things happening in the on the Wind River Radio Network, and in Fremont County and elsewhere here on the Wind River Radio Network, some games coming up there. Douglas is at Riverton, so number 3. The Bearcats visit the Wolverines. That one kicks off at 6 p.m. And then Rollins is heading to Lander, and that one kicks off as well at 6 o'clock. And so you can find those across the Wind River Radio Network as well, streaming via YouTube to yotoday.com in those contests there. Good matchup in 3A. We'll really see how far Cody is ahead of the rest of the competition, or if it's a little bit tighter for that state title run in 3A, as it's number 1 Cody at number 2 Star Valley as they head over to Afton, Wyoming. It's a big outfit there from Cody as they've outscored their opponents by a very wide margin. Bobcats out of the halftime locker room to get stretched out, ready for half number 2. On the other side, we will get the keys to the second half. Kevin will have those for you on the other side. This is the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Welcome back inside the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Final feature of our Hot Springs Health Halftime Show is our keys to the game, and I hand the key ring over to Kevin.
All right, and the key to a successful future is having a plan and having a good financial plan. Go talk to your local Edward Jones advisor, Travis Winger, and here we go for the keys to the second half. Obviously, key number 1, Jordan, I'm going to say stop the run, stop a drive at this point is what the Bobcats are looking for. Going out there and letting Lyman Eagles score 7 out of 7 is not going to win any football games, but we still got a whole second half of football to play, and I'm sure that's something that the coaches were talking about in the halftime. So let's go out there and stop a drive here. Second one, I've got stay healthy. It's a long game. That was a long first half, and Bobcats only travel with about 15 kids over there across the way, so you can't sit there and afford to lose anybody on a long road trip like this. And the last one I've got is kind of work on that mentality that don't stop learning maybe. Use every down to your advantage, get better, work on your technique type of stuff. So just kind of stay in that football mentality and that getting better and growing and moving on as we finish out these last couple games of the season too, and use these plays to your advantage. And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Edward Jones and your local Edward Jones advisor, Travis Obadiah Winger.
Thank you, Kevin. Those keys to the second half as the Cats going to try to mount a big comeback here. The first one, as Kevin said, will be trying to get a stop as the Eagles will have control coming out of the locker room. Bobcats kick off to the Eagles next on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO.
One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle wider, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth at Lyman High School. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Bobcats trail at 51-19 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard at the halfway mark. Cats going to kick it away to Lyman to start the second half. Cats will be moving right to left when they have the football offensively here in the third quarter. And they'll try to get back into this contest. We, of course, welcome in all our streamers joining us on YouTube. You can get that live video stream via yotoday.com. So head over to yotoday.com, click on that sports tab, then that'll take you to a hot link that says click here to watch live local high school sports. Take you to our YouTube landing page. Click on the Thermopolis versus Lyman contest. Make sure you pay attention to that title, Thermopolis versus Lyman, and get you the live streaming of this one here. Half number 2 set to get underway. 12 minutes up on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Owen McCumber step back here, getting ready to take on the kick, waiting for our head referee to get into position.
And I'm not sure what he's doing. He's taking his sweet time, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Nothing but time here
now
for
he's
the
up
head
to a
referee.
mild jog. Nope. He's at the 10, the 9, the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he is in the end zone.
Head referee ready. Bobcats ready. Eagles are ready for the opening kick of the second half. Owen McCumber comes up on this one. Will it be an early onside try? No, it's going to go squirting ahead past the Lyman Eagles. Going to go deep now. Going to be scooped up here and kneeled on quickly by McCoy Smith. So Cats trying to get in that second level of the kick return coverage of the Eagles, but that one squirts a little too far. Easy pickup for McCoy Smith, and decides not to risk anything there and just go ahead and take a knee on it and start the second half.
And probably the best defensive starting position for the Bobcats here in the first half.
Yeah, have the Eagles at the 20-yard line. And the Eagles going to get going on the offensive side. Here comes the snap. Going to hand it off now inside. Looks like a new runner there. Xander Lyman going to spit out of the middle of that wing T offense out near the 40-yard line. So a 19-yard pickup. And the Eagles, a positive play on the opening play there. Pick up about 18 yards now out to the Cat 38-yard line. Maybe a 37, so 17 yards on that play. Snap now for Bradshaw, and he hands it to the left side. See who comes out of there with the football that time for the
It's going to be Lyman again.
Eagles. Yeah, it looks like it is Xander Lyman. So he's going to get plenty of action here in the second half, it would appear. Clint Bradshaw, Cody Peacock, and Randy Christopherson, the coaches in charge of Lyman High School. So trying to get some experience here and see if the Cats can take advantage of some new players getting in there, see if they can get a stop on this opening drive. First look with twins out to the far side left here for the Eagles. Bradshaw still the quarterback. Sets the offense, gets the snap. Now it's directly to Lyman. He'll go to the outside, runs into a little trouble there, and he's body slammed to the turf, that time on the outside by, is that 21 or was that 51?
51.
Is that
They're saying Ethan Yarrington tackled him.
Yeah, so that was, I saw a 20, couldn't see if it was 20 or 21, so Yarrington with a good tackle out there. So third down and 4 coming up here for the Eagles. Now we'll send single receivers left and right. That wing T look there with the line and the tight ends with Lyman at the quarterback position. Bradshaw, and he'll hand now to the inside. Little run ahead again. That's Lyman yet again. Has the first down plus more. So from the 44-yard line across into Thermopolis territory at the 47. So a 9-yard pickup for Xander Lyman.
And I mean, little different of a look having 2 wide receivers out this time, but the same old offense, just inside give, outside run.
Kind of forcing the Bobcats also to kind of abandon some players in the middle of the field as Lyman's getting heavy action here, and now he's out into the open. And another jersey drag there by Gavin Shumway on Lyman, but down to the 33-yard line, so another 14 yards for Xander Lyman, who's kind of chunking off yardage again for the Eagles. The Cats really, like we said, got to get a stop. Just want to get one of these stops because right now Eagles trying to make it 8 for 8 on the offensive side. Cats, few hands on hips out there. Ethan Yarrington comes out here in the DB position on the near side right. Single receiver out to the far side left as well with Bradshaw in motion. Sends a man motion right to left. Now sets. Give for Lyman. It's across, so it's a counter play into the hands of Brady. Brady outside right now and heads out of bounds. Forced out there by the Cats down to the 23-yard line, looks like. About 10 yards. Is there a flag on the field?
Yeah, we got a flag too.
That's kind of in the area of possibly horse collar, face masks, unfortunately, at the end of the run.
Holding.
Ooh, holding. That was deep into the play there by the Eagles. So a hold on first down, and essentially where the flag goes in, it's going to be a first down of maybe 11 coming up, as it's only going to cost them 1 yard in total, but 10 yards after the pickup of 9. So you got Lyman in the backfield there with McCoy Smith. Also have Caleb Smith into the game for the first time that I see, and then you have Brady there on the far side of that wing T formation. Snap directly for Smith. He'll hand it off now for Lyman, getting outside. Good stiff arm there as he is tackled inside the 30-yard line at the 27. It's about 7 yards on the pickup, and Ethan Yarrington finishes off the tackle there. So 2nd down and 4 coming up.
So that was Nielsen?
Is it Nielsen on the carry?
Was it 22?
I thought it was 11.
Okay.
I didn't see 22 on the field. Yeah, no, it was Lyman. Yeah, it was, number 11 again, right?
Gotcha.
Yes. McCoy Smith is kind of in that quarterbacking position, the wing T here, as he'll take the snap, give for Lyman, going to the far side now. Bounces through a hole and across the 20-yard line down to the 19. So about 9 yards on that play. So play inside the 19 there. So it was 8 yards on the carry for Lyman yet again. Been busy on this opening drive, and this one's chewing up plenty of time now with 7:21 to go. Motion across by Brady to the far side. They'll hand for Lyman again. Going to try to give the outside. Cuts past one man there, but finally drugged down in the end. Looks like Brody Sorensen in the area and Ryan Ahrens as well. Good tackle after 5 yards that time for Lyman. Ryan Ahrens also in on the tackle. Now people will be guessing whether I'm saying Lyman the town or Lyman the runner.
Right.
Hard to keep that one square there.
I don't know how you differentiate.
Just call him Xander.
There you go.
6:40 to go here in this third quarter. Direct snap for Xander Lyman this time. And stacked up quickly, but not before he picks up another 3 yards. He'll set up a 3rd down and very short.
All Xander Lyman this drive. 9 carries, 73 yards.
Well, it's heading towards the century mark on one drive. That's a rarity there for any squad, as also the Eagles have gone over 400 and nearly 450 total yards now.
They're at 519.
Oh, 519 total yards now. snap here for Lyman directly. Going to come here to the outside right, looking for the pylon. Cuts it back up the inside, right at the goal line. And the touchdown call is up, and it is good. 57-19. As the Lyman Eagles go in again, as Xander Lyman with the touchdown. About an 11-yard touchdown run that time for Lyman. Set up for that extra point again. That one ate up half of the third quarter. 5:56 to go in it. Nielsen trying to add the point after. He's been looking good. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 58-19 in favor of the Lyman Eagles on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats get their first chance on offense on the other side. This is Hot Springs County High School football on 101.7 KDNO and the Wind River Radio Network.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Head back to live action here as Lyman's going to kick it off to Thermopolis. Checks up here as Ryan Aaron's going to have to pick this one up and finally does. Splits the defense here now and stays on his feet. Sprinting forward across the 30-yard line out to the 34. And the Cats going to go on the offensive side here as they get their first possession. Again, that first Lyman drive, it was all Xander Lyman.
Yeah, Xander Lyman, 10 carries, 84 yards, and a tutty.
84 and a touchdown. That's a pretty good contest for most kids out there, and Lyman gets it on his first action of the day from the running back position. See what kind of answer Thermopolis has. I'm going to remind you now, running clock in the second half at a 35-point lead here, so the referees informed us of that. So the running clock here for the rest of this contest, 58-19, as the Eagles are on top now by 39 as they'll hand it off inside. No, they're going to throw to the outside for Aaron's. Completed pass there, able to get past one tackler out to the 32, but he's going to lose yardage there on the throw out into the flat. Good coverage for the Eagles that time. Second down and 11 coming up. Our clock operator at Lyman High School under assault from the refereeing crew here, just making sure she's on top of it. The running clock. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Play coming in from the sidelines. Just going to keep an eye on the play clock here with our back judge now. Looks at the clock. 10-second not on yet, though, as Shumway going to have a chance at the offense. Ball on the near side. Has shotgun set. Good snap. Clean here. Shumway sets his feet now across the middle. He has a man, and that's Ryan Aaron's. Strike there as Aaron's and Shumway hook up for about a, looks like a 13-yard gain there.
Just enough for the first down, yeah.
So, again, had it out at the, picks up the 13-yard pickup on that reception out to the Eagle 47. Shumway in the offense looks that far sideline for the coaching staff to bring in the play. Standard twin set left and right here for Gavin Shumway. Farrell the single back now. And
got him to jump again.
Got a quick jump, but also Ethan Yarrington took off. So it's going to be a discussion who came across first. It looked like a neutral zone infraction to me, and then Ethan got moving, but it will be interesting. The referees came to talk about it, and it is. They got that one right. Again, you have this near side referee and the far side line judge, and, they're keeping an eye on either side of things and saw the Eagles jump first. So first down And 5 upcoming now with Shumway taking the snap, drops back, 3-step drop over the middle. He has a man. It's into the hands of Ahrens. Ryan Ahrens needs one block, gets one there. He'll head inside the 10-yard line, inside the 20-yard line, near the 10-yard line now. Down to the 15, but a flag is down, unfortunately, so we'll see what happened there in the scrum around the 30. They're going to say there was a hold on that block outside by Dukes. Looked like a good block there, but apparently maybe not.
I'm not sure what they saw, but
personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Thermopolis. It'll remain first down, so they're going to pick up the first down, dead ball foul from the spot of the flag. So now it's going to come back to nearly where the play started. It's essentially 1 yard forward.
So how do I score that one?
Well, the yardage is good because it's a dead ball foul. So the yardage is good to the flag, which was about, which would have been 16 yards. So a 16-yard play for Thermopolis where the flag came in. So 16 yards for Ahrens on the reception, even though he got inside the 20. But the penalty will erase some of that for Ahrens. Shotgun set for Shumway. Takes it cleanly held there. Going to go over the top floater here for Dukes. Has it near the sideline, but through his hands and out of bounds. As coming up with the play out there, made the tackle. I think that was Nielsen, but Dukes couldn't get his hands on that one. Shumway's been doing a good job of getting that right to the sideline, so not really giving Lyman a lot of chance of possibly making an interception.
No, a lot. So in that whole scrum over there, was it Chris or Ryan Ahrens that caught that pass?
It was Ryan Ahrens.
Okay.
So here's the thing, too. They haven't marked it third down, but it should be second down because it was a first down play, I thought, unless they erase that on the personal foul. But usually it's a dead ball penalty as a first down, but they're marking it third down currently. So 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snaps taken. Shumway going to throw it to the outside. Has Dukes. Little stutter step there. Has the first down and out of bounds after picking up 8 yards. So an 8-yard connection from Shumway to Dukes. And Dukes will come out of this week, I think, pretty much assuredly to be the state's leading receiver.
Yep.
Right now, I mean, start thinking ahead to conference voting and other things. And, you're thinking that Del Duke's going to be right there for some 2A all-conference
You would
honors.
think so.
I mean, you got to at least be sniffing around that. Head coach McPhee will nominate some of those at the end of the season. Movement from far side to near side is Ahrens. They'll give it to him there. Tries to cut up the field, but he's swallowed up there right in the middle, and that tackle's made by Landon Holloway. Or is it Caleb Smith? 2 7s listed, so Caleb Smith, the one that's going to get that tackle. So 2 7s listed, but that one is Caleb Smith making the stop, loss of about 3 yards there. 10 seconds left in this quarter, and again, if you're wondering how the time has gone by so quickly, it's because the running clock now. So that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. Lyman leads it 58-19 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats have it to open up the fourth quarter with a 2nd down and long. Come back next. This is Bobcat football on the Wind River Radio Network, 101.7 KDNO.
Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Back to action here in Lyman, Wyoming. Bobcats trail this one 58-19 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, so trailing by 39. We'll remind you, running clock as soon as this quarter gets started. Only stoppages for timeouts, touchdowns, and injuries out there. The head referees will keep control of that one. So if you're wondering why the third quarter went by with such pace, that is why we'll have a 12-minute running clock here in the fourth quarter as we get a good look here at our Thermopolis Bobcats. The Bobcats and the coaching staff down there across the far sideline. Award-winning camera work from the colorman Kevin Simpson.
Thanks.
And you gotta give a nod to where great work happens.
Multifaceted over here.
Say, just the old Swiss Army knife of this broadcast.
Stats, camera, whatever. You just get to stand there and
Stats,
talk.
camera, action. Yeah, I was to say, all I do is talk, and pretty much everyone I know says the same thing. Cats with the first play of the fourth quarter, set up at the 46-yard line. Throw over the top here, looking for Aarons again, and a dart thrown out there by Gavin Shumway. Hooks up with Aarons, and that's going to be about a 15-yard pickup from the 41 down to the 30, or the, what is that, the 27-yard line?
Mm-hmm. Gavin goes over 300 yards in the air.
Another 300-yard game for Gavin. He's had a lot of, he'll be right near that, in the passing layer, going to be right near that passing leadership again. He's been very efficient on the year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Snap taken by Shumway. Surveys the field across the middle for Aarons, and that is a popular connection there as Aarons is upended by McCoy Smith. A legal hit down low, but bowled right over as another completion, though, for Aarons, and going to be about another
first down, 12 yards.
12
first
yards
down?
on that one. Yeah, looked like 12-yard hookup there between Aarons and Shumway. So that connection's hot.
And Aarons took a sheet, paid the price for that, but good job by him to hold on.
Yeah, and, you know, good hit by McCoy Smith. Went down low and took out his legs there and get ready for action again. Both of them still out there, though. The ball at the 15-yard line. 10:45 to go, fourth quarter. A little hard count yet again, and the Lyman Eagles have been drawn offside yet again. Not coloring inside the lines there is Gavin Shumway's hard count able to draw off the Lyman Eagles.
Draw off. Wow.
Shumway now throws it to the outside. Had Yarrington, but the ball's on the deck. Incomplete there as they can't hook up. Stays second down and 5 now. Shumway will set the offense in the shotgun set. Farrell in the backfield. Delmonica Dukes, Ryan Aarons out to the far side left. Ethan Yarrington here on the near side left. And Coulter Price across the middle has Dukes. A lot of contact there across the middle. No flag comes in, though.
I thought there was these are pretty early, I thought, but I don't know.
Yeah, a little early contact there, but no whistle comes in. 9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-19. Lyman on top of the Bobcats. Running clock going here in the fourth quarter. Referee came up and did tell us 35 points in the second quarter is when that clock gets going, and once it's been eclipsed, it stays running throughout the half, regardless of where the lead goes. Shumway ready to take the shotgun snap, has it cleanly, going to look for a man again. It's Dukes outside, high points the football, and is he in the end zone? No, he's just short of the 1-yard line. So a 9-yard hookup there, as I thought Dukes came down across the plane, but they'll say it's down at the 1-yard line.
Think we'll see a run here? We haven't seen many of those today. 7 of them to be exact.
Well, and now again, didn't see the touchdown call. I thought they were marking it down. I'm not sure. There's a little confusion on the Thermop side of things. Chris Aarons is deep here. You also have is that Coulter Price is in there. So now you're going to go a standard I formation here as goes inside and Shumway will roll out, has a man in the corner of the end zone, and a flag going to come in there is, you know what, get your money's worth, Gage Nielsen, because he was all over Dukes and took him down. He was maybe surprised to see the flag out there, but it is in the end zone, and that's going to be half the distance to goal, so from the 1 to the half-yard line here. So the Cats even closer now. A little bit of groan from the crowd. Not sure not sure why there, as that one was pretty obvious.
Pretty straightforward on that one, I would think, but
ball's going to be marked here on the near side hash for the Cats moving left to right. They'll have Chris Aarons in the backfield with Gavin Shumway. Ryan Aarons, Ethan Yarrington, Coulter Price here to the near side right in a trip set. Delmona Dukes, the far side man, now moves in motion across the formation. And a little out route there, and Shumway couldn't quite get him there. Just threw it a little too far to the inside. That was a great little in and out move by Delmonico Dukes.
Almost pulled that in with one hand.
Yes, in and out of his hands, in and out, not only a burger joint out on the West Coast, but describes the drop of the football there.
In-N-Out burger. It's good stuff.
Now it's Shumway going to try to go straight ahead.
Still no signal.
Touchdown as he gets through the line there, leans in for a Bobcats touchdown. Late call there from the officiating crew, but the Cats have finished off the drive there, 58-25, and the kicking unit will come in here with Owen McCumber, the lefty, going to do the PAT attempt here. He's, what do we say, 1 for 3 so far on the day. Going to try to make it 50%. Going to try to go 2 of 4 as the snap will get ready to come back with Shumway doing the holding here for the senior kicker. Good snap, high snap, good hold though, and it's blocked by the Eagles and no good. So the Cats get 6 more here to make it 58-25 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard as the Cats will kick it away to the Lyman Eagles here midway through the 4th quarter on the Wind River Radio Network.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
58-25 your score here on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Midway through the 4th quarter, it's 58-25 in favor of the Lyman Eagles. Kick over the top, picked up by the Eagles now, and going to kneel on it there right around the 27-yard line. As sure it might have been Nielsen that had that one picked up. They're going to say it's out at the 27, 28-yard line there, and that's where the Eagles will get started. I think we're going to see a host of different players out here for the Eagles, Kevin.
Yeah, looks like it. We got we got 11 coming back off. We got 22 coming back off, and
so I see Ben Blumel bringing in the play here for the Eagles. So he'll be in the backfield as well. Will be number 16, Kaysen Hill. So they'll set up that wing tee look again. Snap taken, handed off now for Blumel. He gets to the outside, drugged down there by Gavin Shumway. Pickup of about 3 yards there for Blumel, number 3.
Yeah, I believe had a older brother that played.
He's had a few. There's been a few Blumels down on this this part of the world. Less than 6 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Remember to stick around for the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We'll have a stat wrap for you, our storyteller player of the game, and of course we'll talk to the head man in charge, head coach Matt McPhee, as looks like Kaysen Hill goes through the line there, number 16 to pick up the first down, picked up 8 yards on that play. So number 16, Kaysen Hill. Try to keep the numbers straight for you. And, you know, if the Cats had a deeper roster, I'd tell you about some new players coming on, but I think we've seen just about everybody that we can see here for the Cats.
Yeah, they have a small roster anyway, and they don't take them all on the road.
Although we do see Ben Weaver come onto the field, number 50 here. He'll be in a DB position. Take the snap, hand it off. This time looks like it's going to be Eric Nielsen. Is that the name they mentioned there?
Yeah, what number is he?
Didn't see the number there.
Eric Nielsen, 27.
27, Eric Nielsen with the carry. Picked up about 4 yards there. 4:35 to go here in this 4th quarter. Snap taken, fake for Hill this time, fake for Blumel, keep it on the outside, and that's Kaysen Hill who gets taken down after a pickup of about 2 or 3 yards, maybe 3 yards on that, and now we got a Bobcat down momentarily over there, but Back up on his feet that time is Zane Smith. So Smith will come to the sidelines. So I think Chase Moeller is wearing 64 today because it says 65.
Yep.
So we'll see Moeller come on to the game. So clock will start to run again. Less than 4 minutes to play in this contest. 58-25 your score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Cats trailing this one here in Uintah County. Snap for Hill. Hill go to the outside, gets past one defender, finally wrapped up there. Bridger Pyle, and finally taken down. Looked like the ball might have squirted out there at the end of that one.
Did you give him 5 yards?
Yeah, looks like it right near the first down marker.
Fourth and 1, and we haven't seen Lyman punt, and I don't think we're going to see him punt.
Yeah, I don't think so here with just about 3 minutes to play in the game as Ben Blumel will bring in the play here for the Lyman Eagles. Again, Kaysen Hill, the quarterback, number 16. Well, hard count thus far. Now waits for it. Going to head straight ahead, and he'll have that first down plus plenty more here for the Lyman Eagles all the way across midfield down near the 40, call it the 40-yard line. So a 12-yard pickup there for Kaysen Hill. And again, with picking up that first down, Kevin, I mean, the Cats do have 3 timeouts, but that's pretty much going to almost kind of wrap things up. I imagine the Eagles going to run some operational plays here possibly. See Cash Platts come into the game as well for Lyman. Platt's going to get the carry here, number 5, hit quickly by the Cats, swallowed up there by Cruz Mascaro.
They're going to make me really work on my stat sheet here today.
I was going to say,
filling it up,
yeah,
man.
going to fill up, going to get a lot of rushers in this one. We'll see Blumel come back into the game as Hill will remain at the quarterback position. Less than 2 minutes to play now. Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Click their ticket post-game show will come up a little later on. They'll hand for Blumel, upended by a couple of Bridger Pyle in there, as well as Ryan Aarons in there along with Pyle.
Little 2-yard gain.
Third down upcoming. 90 seconds left in this contest. Again, we have the running clock here in the second half, so that's why it's gone by so quickly. If you're just joining us, 58-25 Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman on top of the Bobcats. Click it or ticket post-game show will come next. Talk with head coach McPhee, player of the game. Look at the stats as well as going straight ahead. Was that Hill again? Yeah, it was Kaysen Hill again. Maybe picked up about 2 yards there.
Was that Hill or was that?
It looked like Hill. That's what the PA man said in charge. So Lance Axtell in there as well for the Cats. So pretty much I think everybody that made the trip pretty much has gotten a chance to get on the field here as snaps taken by the Eagles, and that's going to be a turnover on downs as swallowed up quickly was Timber Van Giesen for the Lyman Eagles as it was stopped him right at the line, so no gain on that one for Van Giesen.
Stop the clock.
Now a timeout taken by the Lyman Eagles. 23 seconds to go. Cats going to have one more play here before the culmination of this one. See if they can hit a home run late. 23 seconds to go on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman 58, Thermopolis 25. Back after this on the Wind River Radio Network.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Wingard, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Possibly the final play of this contest here for the Bobcats. Stone Pebbles in at quarterback for Thermopolis. Sets up the shotgun set, twins left and right. Takes a snap, hands it off to the inside. No, he'll keep now. Bounces to the outside, tries to beat a man. Good little juke move there. He's out into the open field, out near midfield. Going to be drug out of bounds there. So looks like about a 19-yard carry on that one for Stone Pebbles to round out this game. And there goes the final whistle from Lyman. Final score, Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Homestanding Lyman Eagles 58, your Hot Springs County High School Bobcats 25. Click it or ticket post-game show next on the Wind River Radio Network 101.7 KDNO.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
And welcome inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Final score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman Eagles 58, Thermopolis Bobcats 25. So the Bobcats lose here out on the road and can't complete that winning streak. The Lyman Eagles were a machine that would not be stopped. The only one drive today did not end in a touchdown. It was their final drive of the day where they turned it over on downs. Cats had some big plays in this one, so there was some fireworks for those Bobcats fans out there to listen, so I had plenty of chances to actually get excited. Some long touchdowns of 69 yards and 86 yards and a 99-yard touchdown scamper on a kickoff return from Rhodey Farrell. So there was plenty of offense in it, but the Bobcat defense, just sadly, there's no other way to say it, Kevin, they just got ran over today.
Yeah, definitely a one-sided affair over here. Lyman came out, took care of business. We knew, like we said in the pregame, we knew what was their MO. They were going to come out here and run the football, and Bobcats just had no answer for that. And basically, the Eagles just kind of imposed their will on the Bobcats. So, exactly kind of what we expected them to run offensively, and Bobcats just were not up to the task today.
Absolutely. Well, let's round out those stats here as we're in the Click It or Ticket post-game show, and for that, it's on over to Kevin.
All right, we're going to get One-Eyed on the stats, brought to you by One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing out of Thermopolis. We'll start off with the quarterback, main ball carrier today, too, as well. Bradshaw, 17 carries, 203 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. He did complete his only pass they threw today for 2 whopping yards. So 2 yards of air offense for them. Smith, ball carrier, 15 times, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Xander Lyman, 10 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Nielsen, 2 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown. And it looks like he was the only one. He's the recipient of the pass from Bradshaw. 1 reception, 2 yards. Xander Lyman, I have him in here twice for some reason, so I got to fix that. We'll move on down to Blue Mel, came in late. He ran the ball twice for 5 yards. And
Kason Hill? Is that the
yeah,
last?
Hill was the last one that we saw. He had 5 carries, 30 yards. The younger Nielsen comes in, runs the ball 1 time, 4 yards, and then Platt's 1 carry, 1 yard. Those are your ball carrier stats. 54 total carries for them. So 495 yards of rushing for the Lyman Eagles. Sorry, I'm correcting stats on the fly as I found an error.
Well, Kevin, I don't know if it's a highlight. We talked about it. Didn't get to the half-century mark, so at least we kept it under the 500 mark there for the Bobcat defense. They were just overmatched. It's hard with limited personnel and anything to try to, just if you could rotate bodies out, you might be able to do some. But this Cat team's just pretty thin. A couple injuries this week as well made them even thinner, and it was just a little too much for this wing T offense, and it just Cats couldn't get a stop. Yeah,
so 495 on the ground, 2 yards in the air, 497 total for the Lyman Eagles. We're going to move up and talk about your Thermopolis Bobcats. A couple big numbers again. Gavin Shumway continues to throw that pigskin all over the field out there. He ran the ball 5 times for 28 yards and scored a touchdown with his feet. But through the air tonight, 28 attempts, 15 completions, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for Gavin tonight. Rody Farrell, very inactive on the ground tonight, only 1 carry for him. He did attempt 2 passes tonight that were both incomplete. He did carry the ball 3 times for 84 yards and a touchdown. He also ran back a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown tonight as well. Del Duke's back on track, over 100 yards for him, 6 catches, 168 yards, and 1 touchdown for him. Ryan Aaron's also active in the passing game, 6 catches for 60 yards. He only ran the ball 1 time for -2. Chris Aaron's 1 run for -1. And then to cap off our game today, Stone Pebbles gets in, carries the ball 1 time for 19 yards. Offensive totals for the Bobcats, I've got 9 carries, 44 yards on the ground, 15 of 30 through the air, 327 yards through the air, for a total of 371 yards of total offense for the Bobcats. So offensively, 371, not bad for the Bobcats offensively, but too much. Lyman, 497 yards of total offense. And those are your one-eyed Buffalo, 1 eye on the stats.
Well, you'd probably be happy if you're a coach with that kind of yardage usually, but unfortunately on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 58-25, the final on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show. On the other side, we'll cap off the Click It or Ticket post-game show with a couple of features. Our storyteller player of the game as well as a quick conversation with head coach Matt McPhee before the Bobcats head back home and get ready for the Cokeville Panthers next week. This is the Click It or Ticket post-game show on the Wind River Radio Network.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
And we're back in the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. And what we're going to get into now, well, it's our storyteller player of the game. And the story of the contest, Kevin, I think we got to say is Gavin Shumway yet again. Through the air, he's been efficient, leading the state, and tonight was no different.
Yeah, Gavin, very efficient tonight in the air. A lot of his yards came through a couple big plays early on for the Bobcats, but I'll go back through his stat line. He carried the ball 5 times, 28 yards, and he did score a touchdown with his feet. But Gavin, again, doing his damage in the air, 15 completions on 28 attempts, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns. I did some rough crunching of the numbers, and we talk about quarterback rating. Gavin's quarterback rating tonight, 119.1. Perfect QBR would be 158.3. So Gavin up there with his QBR tonight, and another solid performance out of Gavin Shumway, and he is your storyteller player of the game.
Yeah, Gavin Shumway, congrats to him on the Storyteller Player of the Game. And right now we have the head man in charge in studio now, head coach of the Hot Springs County High School Bobcats. It's head coach Matt McPhee. Coach, coming out of this one, tough finish to this one. I don't want to start there. I want to start about the start of the game, some of the big plays that got you going and really got the offense going early, a couple of big hitters to maybe get the emotions up high for the Cats early.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we knew as a staff that, stopping them was going to be difficult. And, we came out sputtered on the first drive, which, every possession's critical. But, being able to answer them, I guess, on the next 2 drives was big. Kind of felt like, hey, this thing just might go back and forth. And it looked like, two different teams trying to do it 2 different ways. And we're fine with that. But, proud of the kids, obviously, coming out playing well. Lyman's a really good football team. There's a reason why they've got 2 trophies in there from the last 2 years, and they're going to be in that conversation again this year. So, with that being said, I thought that third drive, we got down there and bogged down on the fourth down possession. 2-3 yard line going in, and that was critical. And we didn't do a good enough job. I didn't call a good enough play, and the boys didn't execute. So, we wear that and we move on. But we're proud of the boys. They fought tough, and like I just told them, I said, it's a life check right now. We've got to look at ourselves, and the bottom line is we didn't get the job done tonight. We need to get better on Monday.
And Coach, we talking about that defense again. You said tonight it was going to be tough to stop the Eagles. Looked like the coaching staff kind of tried to get their heads together. What were you looking for a change early on in that one? Looked like made some stops, had them in a 3rd and 10 early on in that second quarter, but then a big play kind of breaks it up. It looked like you maybe found something, but just couldn't get the compound interest moving forward.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I stopping them on defense, was that the question?
Well, I mean, the question itself was what answers were you looking for to stop on defense when you got a couple of tackles there to set them up in a 3rd and long? You looked like you found some answers but just couldn't keep it going.
Yeah, and I think more of that credit belongs with them than us. They've got some kids up front that we struggled with, and they're assignment sound, and we struggled to get off blocks. And, we looked up once in a while and saw linebackers getting driven back 15 yards down the field. And, it wasn't lack of effort. We talk about in this business sometimes it's more about Jimmys and Joes than X's and O's. And tonight, their Jimmys and our Joes didn't match up in some places, and, credit to them.
So we talked a little bit off camera this week about, you're talking about throwing the football around a little bit, and Gavin's kind of been doing that a lot for you. I'm kind of looking at the stat sheet, and kind of a season low for running the ball tonight. Nine rushing attempts really officially on the book. I mean, was that kind of the plan going in, or was that just kind of out of necessity tonight?
Well, necessity and plan seem to go hand in hand. So, we knew that our best bet against them, and then what they have up front was us, putting the ball in the air. And some of our game, our screen game is it's an extension of our run game. We're just bypassing those 4 interior linemen and trying to take advantage of some of their aggressiveness. And I thought we screened the ball pretty well and had some decent plays off the screen tonight. So that certainly was the game plan, and it certainly was out of necessity.
And Coach mentioned that short-term memory, kind of got to put this one behind you. How do you, as a coaching staff and talking to those players, just kind of put this one behind you, get focused on the Cokeville Panthers coming into town next week into Thermopolis?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of got Murderers Row coming down here with the last 3 games, and 3 really good football teams. One's behind us now, and we can't do anything about it, but we just talked to the boys, and Cokeville's another good football team. Good news is we don't have to get on a bus and drive across the moon to go play a football game. I love Lyman. I love everything about it. I'm actually looking for property down here right now. Looks like there's plenty of it, but don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Probably more in the golden years, which is down the road definitely. But we get a home game next weekend, and we get some kids healed up, and I like the fight that our kids have, and I think that we'll be ready next week.
Head coach Matt McPhee of the Thermopolis Bobcats with us here on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Coach, just any final thoughts as we wrap this one up here from Lyman High School?
Yeah, I'll echo what I said earlier, and we're proud of these kids, and we've got a bunch of young kids out there still, and a couple good seniors. Obviously, Gavin had a really nice ball game tonight. Del Dukes is talented, and just those young kids flying around, and they didn't quit tonight, and it got tough in that second quarter, and it kind of got in what I call got put in the twister, and just bad things were happening, but the kids rebounded, came out second half, answered a score. I mean, it was ones against ones, and we matched scores with them in the second half. And, those are things that we can build off. So, we're excited about the future, and we're proud of these boys.
Head coach Matt McPhee of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Coach, appreciate always giving us a little bit of time here on the Click It or Ticket postgame show.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Kevin.
And that's head coach Matt McPhee of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Take a quick 30-second timeout here, then Kevin and I sign off from Lyman High School. This is the Click It or Ticket postgame show on the Wind River Radio Network.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
And we're back inside the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Jordan McCamey, Kevin Simpson with you. Final score on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Lyman Eagles 58, Thermopolis Bobcats 25. Kevin, any final thoughts before we wrap this one up here from Uinta County?
Tough one for the Bobcats. Definitely you can kind of see the Bobcats' weakness kind of showed through tonight. We've talked about it, I think, every game. It's just been that lacking that size up front, and then other teams kind of come around and control that line of scrimmage, and that just shows how important it is. And Bobcats just couldn't get a stop until the very last, drive down here for the Eagles, and that's kind of to me what resonated for tonight was just the inability to stop the run. The Bobcats knew it coming in; they knew exactly what Lyman was going to do, and Lyman just came out and did it. So, I mean, that's my thoughts.
Sometimes you have the cheat sheet, but sometimes you still can't get the answers right, and that was kind of the story for the Cats as they give up 497 to the Lyman Eagles, 58-25. They fall in the two-game in a row, winning 2 games in a row. They fall here, and they'll welcome in the Cokeville Panthers next week. Do want to remind you, it's another early kickoff, 2 p.m. from Hot Springs County High School. If you can't come out in person, always join us here on 101.7 KDNO or hop on the stream via YouTube through wyotoday.com. We appreciate all our listeners, all our streamers, and a big tip of the cap to those back in the studio that make sure we get on and off the air. So a tip of the cap to all those folks who help us out back in Riverton. And a final score one more time from Lyman High School. Lyman Eagles 58, Thermopolis Bobcats 25. For Kevin Simpson, I'm Jordan McCamey, and until we talk again, go Bobcats.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!